Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of the Tabletop Tavern, episode 31. The madness continues. Thank you guys for bearing with this. I'm not sure what happened with that technical difficulties. I think it's pro streams by this basic ass streamer. But thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you guys coming out every week and supporting us and taking care of us and enjoying the show. So thank you, our loyal community, for coming back and hanging out with us once again this Sunday night. Cast, how we doing tonight? Mihaly, what's going on?
Hey, the usual. Just hanging. How about you?
Smoking butts by the pool.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Nothing. Another crazy week. I didn't get the coronavirus yet, so that's pretty wild. I'm pretty stoked on that one. There is a confirmed case in our county though.
Yeah.
Which is, I thought we were gonna be safe here in little old Nova Scotia, where no one ever goes.
Doesn't the cold kill the coronavirus? No, if that's the
I
case,
was listening to an
too.
epidemiologist on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I don't think it does. I think he dispelled that myth.
All right, let's move beyond the coronavirus. I'm sure people are sick.
Yeah, fuck the coronavirus.
I'm tired of hearing about it, even though I hope all our community, all your friends, your family, and everybody out there.
Let's go right into politics. All right.
Yes. Let's transition smoothly into it.
Yeah.
Check, please.
Check, please. Exactly. Davdithas, how are you doing today?
Good. How about those debates that have been on recently?
Oh my God. I'm about to yeet Davdithas out a window.
See how many topics we can hit on as we go through us.
Hey, Luna, you got a chair? I need a chair test.
I do. Here, you can borrow mine.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
I just wanted to share a sound clip with the community, if I may.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's just a little one. I captured a mic. It goes a little bit like this.
I want to take it a little more.
That's all it's got. It's just.
I want to take it a little more.
You can go on now.
Gunnar.
Yeah, follow that one up.
As we were saying.
I'm just done. I'm logging off. I'm hitting that stop streaming button. We're gonna cut our losses tonight and we'll just move it on.
We're calling it there. That's a W.
Gunnar, how you doing? What's going on?
Just chilling, man. It's been an interesting week, you know what I mean? And I'm happy it's Sunday. I'm happy we had a pretty chill weekend. Things are going pretty good, and I just glad to be here, man.
Awesome. Luna, Idabrix, what is going on in your world?
Life is okay. I got to meet my new baby nephew over the weekend, which was very exciting. He's super cute. Holy cow. I forgot babies got that little. So,
They get eensy beansy, right?
They're pretty eensy weensy. Yeah, my cats weigh more than my nephew does, so.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yep.
So, Luna, I heard there was something you might be working on for little Luna.
Yeah. So, for those of you who may have caught the link a little while back, my daughter is a Girl Scout and has been selling Girl Scout cookies. I am excited to say that she is 31 packages away from her goal. And so, she managed to sell 10 more packages over the weekend. So that was exciting. And there are 15 days left in cookie sales. Her goal was 250 packages to sell. It's also very exciting that we can share that 39 of the packages that she sold were donated to troops overseas. So that was very exciting.
Awesome. So that's a good point. If you are like me, are dieting and pushing hard, and you still want to support, you can support our soldiers overseas by donating directly to them through Luna's link. So
yes. So I have a link that if anybody is still looking for their cookie fix, I'm looking at chat. No, not again. I don't have willpower.
Get thee behind me, Girl Scout Satan. I love that comment.
I have a link for anybody who might be interested in placing an order. They ship, I'm sorry to say, it is within US only, or to an APO or FPO address, but they cannot ship internationally. So sorry, Yachts and Candlelists, they can't ship to Canada.
What's that all about, eh?
I know.
And Nitro
Right.
can't get his sent to Scotland. That
I
sucks.
know, I
Nah.
know. But I'm gonna drop a link in chat for anybody who may be interested. I'm also gonna drop a link in our Discord. If anybody would be willing and interested in placing an order, you can also order to have them shipped to other people. So if you have family across the country, or somebody that you just want to send cookies to because you're thinking about them, you can do that as well.
This is
We
what
need
you
a
guys should
random
do.
address generator.
So
And just send the box to someone random.
No. I got the master plan here. So this is what you're gonna do, chat. You're gonna take a friend and you're gonna make a bet with them that they can't lose 10 pounds within X amount of time. And then what you're gonna do is you're hedge your bet by finding out what their favorite cookie is and sending them 73 boxes of that cookie.
Oh my god, please.
Oh no.
So interesting little fun anecdote to talk about this cookie thing. For those of you that know me, this carries a little weight, but I was actually talking with the guys in the cast beforehand, and I was sitting here actually looking at my bills and my receipts, and I actually spent more money because of Luna on Girl Scout cookies this month than ammunition. And anybody that knows me knows that that's like a huge feat.
Like $800.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So we would super appreciate it. The funds this year, I know with everything shutting down right now because of the
Don't say
virus
it.
that shall not be named. It's going to be a little tricky because we just got an email saying that her Girl Scout Council is shutting down all activities until April 13th. But this will allow them to, the money that they make off of it will help the troop pay for things in the future. And it will also, the rewards that she gets from it also can help pay for her registration for next year. It allows her, if she decides that she wants to go to Girl Scout camp, we can put some of the funds towards that because she earns back something called cookie dough, which is basically.
I see what they did there.
Sign me up.
And so they can use that money to spend on Girl Scout related activities. So, yeah.
Excellent.
So I dropped the link in chat, and I'm going to post a link in Discord as well for anybody who may be interested.
We got to get that dough. That cookie dough.
You got to get that cookie dough.
Get out.
I don't even know. I give up. So guys, my name is Mike. If this is your first time visiting the channel, we appreciate you checking us out tonight. This is the How I Nerd channel. I am doing well. I just got back from a week of I was held hostage by a decider up in Rochester, New York. He beat me repeatedly with a plastic spoon, and I have escaped with no visible harm to my face because that's the moneymaker. So
And the whole time he cried like a little.
you know what? Why don't you go?
And what did he say? It was something like,
It was something
No?
like,
Oh, he said something
I
like,
want to take it a little more.
yeah. And then he
Yeah.
made this sound a lot. Yeah.
That just happened.
All right, we're moving on.
all right, here we
guys.
go.
So, guys, I wanted to remind you that a project that we've been working on for about 7 months is going to be launched tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Wait, Mike, what project is that, bud?
That would be Neural Nexus Zero, our cyberpunk Savage Worlds 1980s set in Boston, dark noir with some really dark humor and a fucking phenomenal cast. Not like Decider, like I mean good RPers. We tomorrow night at 9 p.m. we are going live with that show. We have quite a production to bring to you. If you guys didn't know, today we put out the last teaser video for Neural Nexus Zero. I'm sure one of the staff or one of the cast members can drop the link on Twitter for that. But we are extremely excited. The How I Nerd family is extremely excited about this production tomorrow. So come out and watch us fumble through that. So I hope it'll be a little more professional than this janky stream right here. So
Oh, that's harsh, man.
it is kind of
Can
This
I
new
also
show
point
comes
out that we have 2 new mods in our stream?
absolutely.
Yeah, we have. We're excited to announce that 2012 Wolf's Blood and Candlemas have decided to jump on this crazy bandwagon and are joining us as mods. So if you have questions about the stream or comments or need help with anything, feel free to reach out to them. They got a crash course in how to mod for us about 10 minutes before we went live.
I would say welcome, but they've been around forever, right?
Exactly.
Welcome aboard. I don't know.
Welcome
Thanks.
Thank you
aboard
is really what it is.
this crazy thing. So
Yeah, be prepared to hate us a little more.
a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little.
So I did want to remind people tomorrow with tomorrow night show, with that being a Savage World system, you guys are still going to be able to interact by using your channel points to buy bennies for the people playing. Now, as you join us tomorrow night, because I know all our loyal viewers are going to be there tomorrow night as well, we'll explain that Benny system a little bit more, what the players can do with it, what they can't do, how much it's going to help them. And we'll go into that a lot more tomorrow. But that is going to be crucial for you guys to help your favorite players in that game. And just to remind you, it's going to be Cyclone Jack, Atomic Zero, Dr. Dune, Loken Plays, and the Astro Pub. If you're in the Mech Warrior Star Citizen community, this whole world, you guys know who Loken and Astro Pub are. You know who Cyclone Jack is. But we got 2 new players in this in game coming up, and I'm really excited for everybody to see how the characters. I want to see how they survive in this tough world. So, to give you guys a small little insight before tomorrow, you guys see our players in this world play, and it's a fantasy-based world. The world that our players in the next game are going to be in, it is a dark, dystopian, rough place. So, good luck, kids. You're going to need it.
To say the least.
To say the least. So tomorrow night, I am really excited for it. Culmination of a lot of hard work. A lot of really good people have helped us get this production going. So we're going to do that. But guys, tonight is Tabletop Tavern 1. This is our cornerstone of the channel. This wonderful cast have helped build this community and this channel up to what it is today. So thank you so much. And I'm going to need a roll from each one of the cast members.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you forgot about that, right?
Wait, do we do this? What?
About that.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh, someone
I got
got a
an
2.
11.
I have a chance.
Yep.
I want to see a 1. I want to see a 1 come up.
Baby. 14.
I really wanted to see a 1 come up.
That would
I
have been
think
hilarious.
it's just.
Yeah.
I think it's just you from now on.
Yeah, Luna, you're committed to it.
No,
Just for the record, my bad luck has worn the hell off.
Woohoo!
this week.
We
This
have,
2 weeks in a row, actually
we-
3.
we have exercised the demons of the dice.
I'm changing my dice color. That's it.
So for those of you who join us for the first time tonight, I have the players do at the beginning of the show is roll a d20, and whoever gets the lowest score has to recap the previous week's episode for our community out there. So Idabrix, Gamer Mom Luna, let's get that recap real quick.
Yeah, about that. So Aldern showed back up last time we played. He is 56% more swole than he was the last time we saw him.
56.
That's
a
what.
fact.
That's a fact.
We
rolled
measured.
for it and everything. For those of you who don't remember who that was, he was the one who took us on a boar hunt way back near the beginning of the first season because he was so excited that we helped save the town. He's also a massive fan of Gunnar, so he spent a lot of time talking about Gunnar and looking for Gunnar and wanting to know if Gunnar could help him be a big warrior, and talking to Gunnar about how he needs to have what was it, a cane sword? So that was a big deal. Also, Yachts, but Mihaly and Davdithas went to see Madame Avashti, and we found out that it was Rendar's skull who spoke to her. And then after that happened, she seems to have lost all of her powers. We're not really sure what happened or why, and she doesn't want to talk to any of us because Gunnar and Idabrix went back to check on her after, and she wouldn't even open the door.
That's weird.
So it is a little bizarre.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, you
Everything's fine.
Perfectly fine. It's just business
Everything
as
is
usual.
awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. And let's see. Probably some other stuff happened, but I can't remember what because we didn't talk about it beforehand. And-
There's a few other things, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh wait, okay.
Are you gonna use a lifeline this time?
I am going to use a lifeline. I would like to use phone a friend.
Phone Mihaly.
And I would like to
No,
call Mihaly.
No, don't. Not me.
I think you volunteered actually.
I think you did
Well,
when you
see,
said a few other things.
I was worried that you were about to wrap up.
A boot?
A boot. Like,
Did I say a boot?
No,
I think you said a boot.
I said I was worried that you were. Oh, I guess I did. I was worried that you were about to wrap up. Okay.
Ding.
You
About
should have seen the messages
about-
I got from him earlier where he like deliberately spelled it that way.
oh, sorry, eh?
Oh my god. It's too early for a
Sorry.
sorry.
Okay.
Mihaly,
Uh,
please help.
Well, you had another thing to say for sure.
No.
Okay, so
Except
was-
the only thing that I was gonna say is that we know that Squee might be in trouble.
yeah. Okay. Well,
We might be in trouble.
And by might I mean most definitely is.
was
It's
in
fine.
some trouble and is no longer in trouble. Perhaps.
Technically speaking.
Yeah.
And we forgot that Gunnar is starting his own business, Funeral Pyres by Gunnar.
Oh right, Funeral
That's
Pyres
right.
by Gunnar.
That's the thing.
Yeah, Gunnar did set up some funeral pyres, and we
We had a celebration.
sectioned off an area. I suppose the best way
Or
to
we
say it.
started a celebration. Talked about having a
Yeah,
celebration.
just on the cusp of it starting, I suppose, when a crowd started, I don't know, a ruckus, let's say. Is that the right term? There was
Good term.
a bit of a
Yeah,
ruckus
a bit.
arose. A wee dragon of a ruckus.
Oh wow.
Oh,
And-
wow.
And we looked
Wow.
over, and they had Squee. They were shouting. We caught that. Oh, what was it, Mike? You can fill in the blank here. We found the thing that was causing all the trouble.
Yep.
And we look over and see what we interpret to be Squee's lifeless body.
Was that said?
No.
No,
Okay.
No.
that's why I
It was-
said what we interpret to be, because that's the kind of the way you played it. We
The
don't know
word-
for sure.
The word
But-
limp was used, and it's not used very often. So
Look, it happens to a lot of guys, okay?
Not around this house.
no, it just happens to you. Not a
I
lot
would
of
just
guys.
like to point out that
you.
Catalyst has declared today International Squee Remembrance Day. 1 subscription equals 1 prayer.
Well, there
Fair
you
enough.
go.
Fair enough.
And
That
after
came from the official mod team, so you know it's legit.
and after you're done with your subscription, don't forget to smash F to pay respects.
Absolutely.
F's in chat for respects.
They help the pyre ignite. It's just a thing.
They help the pyre get higher. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Well,
He's getting
Holy
better.
fuck.
He's not quite dead yet. He's getting
He's
better.
not quite
It's
dead
getting
yet.
better.
He turned me into a newt. I got better.
Max says I'll get a necromancer. We'll make it all okay.
All right, perfect.
Creative recycling.
Planned.
Creative recycling.
not joking, an undead minion Squee would probably be pretty awesome. Hey, you don't need your minion, right? Yachts, we can just get rid of yours and we can make an undead Squee as a
I don't think I'm.
We got one prayer in chat right there.
We got a prayer right there.
Wow.
All right.
Ah.
So you guys ready with that recap? You good with that recap right there?
I am,
think that
because
pretty
that's-
much covers it all. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
about all I got. Sorry, guys. That
Chat-
was a super
No, it
letdown
was
on my
great.
behalf.
Don't worry.
you
Well,
did well.
You're,
Well,
it's-
let's make it again, do it again next week.
the dice will make her do it again next week. Apparently.
Yeah.
I'm getting new dice. I'm getting new ones right now.
Color him something different.
That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
I have not. I have not recolored my dice in a while. Maybe should I haven't gotten my crits on you guys, so maybe I should do that.
No, I think your dice are fine, Mike. You're
Okay.
good.
Okay, cool. I just want to point out to everybody that, especially the cast, that you guys still have stuff in the queue. Make sure we, if we have the opportunity and you guys want to use them, you got those rewards there. We gotta, we gotta burn through those. So, well, not to burn through them, but we need to use them. Our
We gotta just put them on a pyre. Is that what you're saying?
Our community has definitely earned those points and those rewards, and now it's time. It's time for you to use them. But they're there. Are we all ready? Chat, are we ready? Cast, are we ready? F's in chat for Squee. F's in chat. 2 prayers for Squee. There we go. All right. When last we left off, our intrepid party was in town preparing a funeral send-off for a couple of the townsfolk that had been viciously murdered. Gunnar had set up a festival for these people, and they, the town had rapidly got together to organize this. And at the end of the episode, Squee's body was brought over by some extremely excited townspeople. And I'm going to throw it to the party now.
I can't recall who actually saw this. Did we roll for perception on this?
You all saw it.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, I think we all did. Yeah.
I just need a quick count. Who's standing in front of Gunnar?
In front of?
Yes.
Definitely not me.
I
Not
believe
me.
I was sitting on a fence post.
You were oh, that's right. You were. So you would definitely see it, but so why don't we do this? Why don't we so when I had said that the townspeople were coming, they were definitely coming from the east side of town, heading west into the square. I believe, like I said, Yachts, I'm sorry, Mihaly was sitting on top of a post, but I don't remember, because I'm a bad DM, where the rest of you were situated. So give me an update.
I think I was mingling, if I remember right.
Okay. Gunnar?
I was talking with everybody. I don't remember exactly where I was, to be honest.
Okay, so look at the map and give me a pointer where you're all standing right now.
I believe I was towards the northern part of the squarular area you have drawn.
I'm going to say northwest corner for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I was where the back of that arrow was.
I am. Probably like in this area. No, I don't want to draw a circle. I want to draw a line.
I think we have to be
I'm
careful
taking
with
up
how
this
many,
whole area. I
So you
want,
guys
like,
have to describe it for the people out there listening on the podcast.
Well-
Sure, I can describe it. If we draw any more circles, squares, and pointers on this map, we'll probably expose the Illuminati plot. So, sorry.
Give me a description,
Yeah.
guys. One by one.
So I think I'm kind of standing near a building. I'm not positive what building that is, but it's like on the corner where a few streets merge.
Okay. Yeah, Yachts. Do you remember what side of the square you were on when you were sitting on the post?
Yeah, the westernmost side where we were setting up fences. I was sitting up on the northwest corner,
Okay.
facing inward toward the crowd, more facing southeast, let's say.
Okay. So Gunnar, I'm gonna call it. You're currently by yourself, and you see this, and where all you guys as the the people come into town and they take the hood off. From your respective points, you're able to see the face of Squee.
So I'm right there, front and center.
Yep. Within 35, 40 feet of him.
What did you do? And I charge ahead and grab for Squee.
Okay. So the townspeople seeing Gunnar run over, They lift up the body and they're extremely excited because they know Gunnar's a hero of Sandpoint, and they think they've the mood is that they've accomplished something. They've caught the person that's has been causing the problem in town. So they see Gunnar charging over, and what do you do when you get to them?
I pull his body from their grasp and I begin casting Cure Light.
Okay. Righty. So how are you calling to your god to bring life back to this body?
Well, just to kind of animate it real quick, I pull his body by the shoulders and I lift him up and I hold him against my chest, wrapping an arm around him, and I expose my chest by the breastplate, and I let my eyes look skyward. By Odin's grace, please bring this warrior back to our land. And I call for the healing powers of the Allfather to bring life back into his lungs.
All right. Roll, see how many hit points you bring back.
That'll be 7 points.
Okay. So as Squee is in your arm and you call forth to the Allfather, the warmth envelops the Squee, and his eyes flutter, and they open up and they look into yours, Gunnar, and what happened? What? Where am I? What happened?
That is a very good question, little brother. Don't do that again.
What is he doing? So at this, all the townsfolk around you start yelling. Why did he heal him? What's going on? What is he doing? Why? This is the murderer. What's going on? And the mood of the crowd starts to change from a joyous and a cheerful one, seeing you healing what is known to be the race of the people that have been recently attacking the town. When the assault on Sandpoint, the mood suddenly changes very quickly from lighthearted to a dark overtone.
My head quickly spins as I look for my 3 other party members, with obvious nervousness in them.
I'm within probably eye shot of this. I myself am a little hesitant to enter, considering how suspicious they are of me. But I'm kind of watching on the outskirts.
It is true. They're involved.
All right, everyone, look, this is going to be really hard to explain, but I can tell you
it's too good to be true.
This isn't the murderer. It can't be the murderer.
Give me a diplomacy.
Okay. All right, so I've rolled a 19 plus 5 for 24.
Explain to him why this is not the murderer.
I know you're all terrified of goblins with good reason, but this goblin has been working with us. We trust him. He helps us. And I can tell you for a fact, he has not been in this town for more than 12 hours. He could not have been the murderer.
How can this be? This creature is evil. It's evil. Burn it. It's evil.
No burning. I know we all like burning things around here. You've been all taught to burn a lot of things. Thanks, Gunnar. But we're not burning things right now.
That's right.
Let's everyone just calm down. Look, I'm sure he'll be willing to answer questions as well.
We're supposed to believe this creature? We're supposed to believe that he's not evil? Why would we believe anything he says?
At hearing that, I stand up on the fence post and I just start shouting wildly to get everyone's attention. Aye! Because I'm small and standing on top of a fence post, and people probably have their backs turned to me.
Okay.
And when I get enough people turning around, I stop acting so silly and I say, Father Xanthus has checked him out himself.
Give me a diplomacy check.
He's okay.
And then continue your
I'll roll and continue my sentence. Diplomacy, and I will add a +2. Katie Machen, thank you very much. you the best. Diplomacy. And I roll a 14. So I am trying to say to the crowd that Father Xanthus has inspected this goblin himself. He's determined that he is not evil in his intentions and has allowed him to come into town under his blessing. And we've spoken to the mayor and Mayor Devon and sorry, this is out of character. Mayor Devon and Sheriff Hemlock. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I can remember. And they were both fine with it.
Is this
They gave
true?
him a house in town and a job. Why would they do that if they didn't trust him?
So the crowd looks over at Mayor Devon and Sheriff Hemlock. Is this true? Is this true? You let this evil creature into town? And the mayor raises her hands and gathers Sheriff Hemlock to her, as well as Father Xanthus, and yells to the crowd, We have thought long and hard on this. During the battles, Squee, or his name is Squee, has given us a lot of information on the enemy. He's helped us. We set guidelines for him. He's lived outside of town in the meantime until he could prove his worth to us and the strength of his character. I declare his character true. Father Xanthus has sought and looked into his soul and seen no evil there. He is a good man and he deserves a spot in town. At this, she looks over to Davdithas. Davdithas, tell him why it's important for him to be here.
Well, he knows this really cool call, which I will demonstrate for you. It goes a
Oh
little
my
bit
God.
like, just maybe not right now. It's important for him to be here because he is responsible for helping us out with stopping the attacks that we were most recently experiencing with the goblins. He was actually exiled by the goblins, and he has wanted desperately to see them pay for what they've done.
Why was he exiled? Was he too evil even for them?
No, don't entirely remember. Let's blame the alcohol.
Give me a diplomacy at a -5.
Okay, just let me apply my modifier real quick, and may the blessing of Desmond be upon me. That's gonna be a flat 9.
Sure. That story sounds like bull to us. This one's suspect as it is. He's not. You know, we're supposed to believe that you guys are here defending our town, and you're doing what's best for the town, and you're clearly in league with goblins.
With goblin, 1 singular.
Oh, we're supposed to believe that. How many goblins will come? What are we gonna have? Orcs and bugbears? And I mean, are they gonna be in town next?
Oh, I really hope there's no bugbears. I don't do well with bugbears.
They like to bob you on the head, if I remember correctly.
They do. It hurts a lot. But no,
Gunnar, give me a
I can
perception.
tell.
That's a 6 + 1 for a 7.
Okay. Davdithas.
Do you want a perception from me?
No, just continue.
Okay. I don't know how else to tell you, but I can attest that his character is true, and he has wanted nothing more than to be a part of this town and help us. I know it seems suspicious that none of you knew he was here, but the reason we didn't tell you is because we were exactly afraid something like this would happen. And we were waiting till a time when we could bring it to you when there's a less stressful situation going on in town.
Give me a diplomacy.
Okay. All right. We're going to use my +3 from Lambs to the Slaughter on this one.
Okay.
Hold on, I dropped my die. I got it again. Rolling. For a 17 plus 8 for 25.
So a good portion of the crowd at this Davdithas is you look at them and you see them nodding their head, almost as that it makes sense to them. But there's still a lot of people out there that have that look of anger. You can tell it doesn't necessarily come from a bad place. It comes from the fact that, you know, they've lost so many, this town has experienced so much, and they've lost family and friends recently. And, you know, you understand their frustration.
I certainly understand your frustration with everything. I know many of you have lost family and friends to the events that have plagued the town. If it makes you feel any better, as we had already planned on doing, we'll make sure guards stay with Squee during this time, so your hearts can be at ease.
Give me another diplomacy, please.
Huzzah! That is a 15 plus 5 for 20.
Okay. As you continue to clock Davdithas, it looks like more and more people are coming around to, you know, what you're saying. Yeah, give me your perception, please.
Perception.
Yep. You know, your words are penetrating that rage and that hate for, you know, and that grief.
Deuce.
Thank you.
Deuce.
They're you know what I mean? It looks like the words might be penetrating that overall sense of grief in the town for everything they've experienced lately. You can ask Idabrix. Idabrix has been there, and she's seen him, you know, Squee from the start.
I mean, it's true. He's never done anything bad to us. He's never done anything wrong, you know, outside of just wanting to be left alone and, you know, live his life.
Gunnar, Squee whispers in your ear real quick. Friend, are we gonna be able to get out of this?
One way or another.
Do not hurt these people.
Oh, I'm not going to hurt anybody.
Idabrix, we're gonna swing back to you.
Yeah, so she basically is just, you know, kind of at a loss for words because she's never been a huge fan of Squee, but I have no...
Speak to the crowd.
I mean, he just wants to live a life like any of us do, and he just wants to have the opportunity to show that he's not evil. Why do you think he wanted a job? You know, why do you think he wanted to be able to prove? Why do you think he lived alone in the middle of the woods by himself for as long as he needed to be able to prove that he could come into town and be a contributing member of society? He was willing to take a job that nobody else would do just to prove that he's harmless.
What job?
He's cleaning up at the not the landfill, that's not the word, right? But
For lack of a better word, I would say that's
Yeah.
the case. Yeah.
yeah, so he's cleaning up like the landfill part of the beach and trying to, you know, make it not a landfill anymore.
Give me diplomacy.
No. I'm gonna use one of my +3s from a few weeks ago.
From who?
From Mac Jackal Ranger.
Okay.
Oop, that didn't have my modifier in it. So that should be a oh, it didn't even add anything in, so I'm gonna just roll it again if that's okay.
Sure. Ooh, that's pretty
That's a
color.
6 + 3 for 9.
That's some bright dice.
That
It
is
still
cool.
didn't add in the +3, so it should
It
be
did.
a 12.
It did. It says
Nope, there was, because that's my regular modifier.
Okay, so it should be a 12.
Yep.
Okay. Ah. You know, it just sounds like you're trying to pacify us. And suddenly a light goes up from somebody in the crowd to draw attention. Listen, everybody. And a light shines on this extremely exquisite armor, and it stands out in the crowd.
And Davdithas instantly gets jealous.
Nope, I'm
A
fine.
lot of you know me. A lot of you don't. I strive to walk this land and take evil out of it. My goal, Davdithas' goal, Father Xanthus' goal, is to drive the evil and twisted things from this land. I have looked into this creature's heart. No, he's not a creature, he is a man. I have looked into this man's heart. And what I have seen from him, besides a wise ass attitude, is a simple desire to live his life. I have checked him for evil. He is not an evil being.
Can I ask a question, like out
Sure.
of character?
Sure.
If he or one of our party members was to cast detect evil, would everybody in the area be able to see the result?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure how that worked.
Nope.
They have to take his word for it, right?
True. This man, all he wants is a normal life from us. He's agreed to help the town. He's continued to help the town. I heard these tales from Mayor Devon. So independently, I've heard the tales from Mayor Devon, Sheriff Hemlock, the guards, people in our party here. I encountered Squee in the woods with our party, and I looked into his heart, and I did not see evil. I did. You people will not harm this creature tonight, this man tonight. I stand for him. Father Xanthus, Sheriff Hemlock, and Mayor Devon stand for this person. You will not harm him tonight. And he draws his makeshift sword because he currently doesn't have his sword and shield.
Mike,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna burn an enlarged person
Okay.
and swing the
Oh,
shield in front of Squee and myself and take a couple steps back.
Okay.
Guys, imagine if we just murder all of Sandpoint right
Oh.
now. We just have to carry on.
That's one way to carry on.
So Gunnar goes from 6 foot to 10 feet, I think it was, right? Let me double check.
All right. So as Idabrix, Mihaly, and Davdithas, as you look over, you see Gunnar start to cast a spell, and his body grows by a couple feet. And he swings his shield in front of Squee, and he looks around at the crowd and takes a couple steps back.
All right, everyone. It's okay. We're just trying to look out for Squee. If it would please you, I will tell you all the story of Squee tonight.
Double height and weight by 8. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you're 12 feet tall.
Yeah, 12 feet and change, and yeah.
Okay. And how long does that last?
A minute.
Okay. Okay. So Davdithas to you.
So if you're all interested, I will tell you the story of Squee.
As he captivates the crowd, I move over to Gunnar's side.
I'd actually like to start casting Enthrall. and captivate the whole audience for as long as I speak.
I'm looking at the spell right now.
Okay, excellent.
as he does that, I'd like to cast Vanish onto Squee.
I don't think you can get
Target or creature touched.
I thought Vanish was self only, but let me double check. Hold on.
I brought it up before I said it just to just to be
quick.
sure. But
More
you
people
can
name spells he's not familiar with. Go.
overrule it.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna Davdithas, your action is going to play out first.
Okay.
So you're gonna cast the charm spell on
everyone within 100 feet.
Well,
I just imagine him like giving a wink and a gun to everyone individually.
It's just
Oh,
Nah, I think I already have their intention, so I just need to. What do I need to do? I need to speak or sing without interruption for one full round,
that 6
and then after that,
seconds.
yeah, I get their undivided attention.
Okay. So
throw something at his head.
So I'm gonna start off by going. I will now tell you the story of Squee from Squee's perspective. At first,
this
I was
is
afraid.
a story. All
At first, I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. So now you're back from outer space. I just
Like
walked
got
in
up
to
and
find you here with that sad look upon your face.
I
Hey,
hate
like,
you.
6 seconds. I think we'll call that fair. Shut it down. Shut it down. No one
That's
gets a
it.
vote.
This stream is canceled indefinitely.
for those of you out in podcast land, I just stood up and walked away.
You really did. He just left.
He did. He got up and left.
Okay, so all right, let me figure out how to roll 200.
If your next level isn't Bard, I'm gonna be really fucking upset with you.
I mean, I already have access to some of the spells. We're good. It's fine.
I really wanted to come in with some sick harmonies, but I wasn't sure when you were gonna end.
Yeah, right?
It's just, I was also trying to do it in my very worst Squee impression.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, Davdithas, what's your DC for that spell?
Let's see here. It's gonna be Will Negates. That is a level 2 spell. So that is going to be. Oh goodness. It's 10 plus the caster level. My caster level is 4.
No, 10 plus the
Plus-
level of spell plus your modifier.
Oh,
right?
level of spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so 14.
Your prime modifier is only a +2.
Oh no, hold on, wrong one. It's +4, so that's 16.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see how this goes.
How many townsfolk are there?
There's a lot.
Time for a little bit of Mathfinder, folks.
All right. So Davdithas begins to cast a spell. So how cast your so that was your speech to hold them enthralled. And
Yes. And I can continue to do it for an hour.
I'm going to allow it as long as you talk.
So it's a filibuster. Is pretty much what you're
Yeah,
saying.
filibuster.
Okay. So
How
basically,
long, how long do you want it to last?
I'm gonna do it about 15 minutes. I'm trying to create a captivating performance to allow things to settle down. So maybe help people forget about everything.
Okay, so give me the cliff notes. Talk in character, talk to the crowd,
Okay.
but give me the cliff note version of what you're doing.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did you say the Cliff Moat version?
Cliff note.
Because mode's cooler.
Whatever. So, basically, I'm going to tell them about Squee, how he was exiled from the rest of the goblins,
Okay.
because you know, the goblin chieftains are assholes, and
Is
they
that
didn't
why,
like
though?
him. I don't entirely remember, honestly. I do
don't-
remember he was exiled by the chief, right?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Was it a
All right.
love triangle situation?
11.
You remember it
was-
was because Squee was dating the chieftain's daughter behind his back.
Right. So Squee was all like getting it on with the chieftain's daughter, you know, and like chieftain found out, exiled him. So he all was like pissed off. He's been living on his own in the woods, but he hated other goblins because of what they did to him. Then we came across him, and like, you know, we became friends and stuff. He told us about his hatred for goblins. We told him about our hatred for goblins. We clicked on it, you know, we really connected, we vibed. He gave us some inside information, which we took back to the mayor and the sheriff. That we used that info to help plan an attack on Thistletop. And you know, after all that help and everything, we decided we'd invite him back because he really wanted to be a part of our community. And you know, I kind of just lead up to this very moment where they all eloquently met him on this very night.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. Mihaly, and you are gonna walk over and cast Vanish on him?
Well, like as that was starting was my intention. So like as he was grabbing their attention, I could make him invisible. And I mean, Gunnar's already holding him, right? And enlarged.
Mhm.
So he could just like, well, I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, I want to cast Vanish. It will last 4 rounds, 1 round per level, up to 5
All right.
on a creature touched.
All right. So you, without any preamble or without anything, you just walk up and touch him.
That's right.
Okay. $20 seconds goes by, and or 24 seconds goes by, and he pops back into existence.
But come on.
I mean, you didn't tell him he was going to be invisible. You didn't give him any direction, so he didn't know he was invisible.
It wasn't for Squee, I suppose, but okay, it's fine.
Yeah, if I got a second, I probably
I
would
wasn't
have whispered.
wasn't
to get
expecting
into my
Squee to run
backpack.
away. I was expecting maybe Gunnar to walk away with him, but that's okay.
Yeah, I probably would have whispered for him to climb in my backpack if I once he'd gone invisible.
It didn't happen. Nothing
Okey-dokey.
happened, so.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Rock's fault.
I picture that exact scenario. Gunnar's over him with the shield. Mihaly walks up, touches him. They stand completely still for 30 seconds.
No one
And
does
then
anything.
no one does anything.
No one
He
even
pops
blinks.
back. No.
Oh, there you are. Ah, you.
Right.
You rascal, you.
Okay. Mihaly, give me
Yeah,
a
whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Davdithas, give me a. Actually, I'm sorry. Idabrix, give me a perception.
Perception right there. That's a 10.
Okay.
This just in on the series of worst perception rolls ever.
There is some pretty bad rolls tonight. So
Say
Yeah.
3 perception rolls
it's
in
horrible.
a row.
okay.
I'm
And
just
only one of
looking
them's
down.
hit 10.
Natural 2, natural 2, natural 6. Just wow.
We are epically bad tonight. This is what happens when we start changing our schedules around and
Just oh gosh.
Okay. So Davdithas, you talk for about 15 minutes, and you hold the the attention of the multitudes around you.
Okay, at this point in the story, I'm also starting to tell the end of the story of Squee.
Okay.
The same way that C-3PO told the Ewoks about, the Jedi and stuff.
So do it.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
So I'm making hand symbols and sounds, and I'm like, and then,
No, do it.
I'm just laughing. Okay. And then Squee entered into the town. And the heroes were with him. Shing! I'm Davdithas. I'm Gunnar. I'm Mihaly. I'm Luna. As they approached the house, guards were with them. Clink, clink. Yeah. They went into the house and told him his job. Pick up trash. Put your trash over here. Squee said, I love it. And then we go to party. Woo! Yeah, party. Celebrate good times. Come on. Celebration now. Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank you.
As this ends, the crowd just they shake it off, and there's a large section of the crowd that you look out and they're nodding their heads. They're like, but there are definitely cat calls from the points in the audience that our people are not happy. So Mayor Devon calls to the multitudes, and she calls to the guards to repeat this, and she says, Squee is welcome in our town. He has proved himself to be a citizen and have the town's best interest at heart. He will remain in this town, and anybody that assaults him, hurts him, harasses him will answer to myself, Sheriff Hemlock, Father Xantis, the heroes of Sandpoint, and the town guard. And she stares around defiantly at everybody in the town, in an arc around her, and several people mutter and they storm off back to their respective living areas. But for the most part, people seem to be not grudgingly nodding their heads. So
I'm gonna retreat back to my fence post,
okay.
climb atop, and just start scanning over the crowd, just looking for anyone in a place.
Okay.
Because all this commotion's still going on, we were still kind of worried about that murderer returning, and I feel like that's a little more important right now.
Okay, Gunnar, you have come back to normal size.
Okay.
Okay. So Mihaly is watching. What are the rest of you doing at this point?
I'm gonna start going through the crowd and trying to talk to people more on an individual basis.
Okay. Are you gonna hail people at random, or?
Yeah, like mingle and just say I understand your frustrations. Like if you have any concerns, I'd be happy to answer anything and take questions.
Do you really believe he's a good person?
I do. I know obviously he's new to all of you, but we've spent quite a bit of time with him, and I do fully trust him. I would even call him a friend.
Squee, hearing this, calls over and he just starts laughing.
And see, that's the kind of friend I have.
So Gunnar, a couple people approach, a couple of the townsfolk walk up, and Squee is still a curiosity at this point. People have only seen goblins and attacking the town, running around, burning the town down.
Yep.
So notably, Amiko comes over and hails you, and she looks down at Squee, and she nods her head, and she says, "Any friend of our party here is a friend of mine. You're welcome in the Red Dragon Inn at any time."
Where's the Red Dragon Inn?
Rusty Dragon. I keep on saying the Red Dragon.
You keep doing that, yeah.
You've been drinking at the wrong bar this whole time.
You're welcome at my establishment, the Rusty Dragon Inn, anytime, Squee. You have horse there? You have horse meat? And Amiko kind of looks over at Squee and shakes her head, and she goes, "No, but we do have finer meats, and from what I understand, you're gonna make a little bit of coin, so you can come and enjoy some of those little bit better meats." And she looks at you all, and she's like, "I'm gonna go over there with Father Xantis and kind of keep an eye on things and see if we can keep things, peaceful.
Sounds good.
So, Davdithas, as you're walking through the crowd, Moat seems to find you. He seems to gravitate towards you, and he walks up to you and he hails you. Davdithas. Brother, you did a good thing there. You did a good job swaying these people.
Yes, I have a way with the people. Sometimes
I heard.
I get just.
I've heard.
I'm just gonna keep saying Thank you, Moat. I appreciate that. I also appreciate you stepping in with us. That was kind.
When all this is said and done, we're gonna have to find my sword and shield. It's important to me. But right now, we'll see these poor souls off tonight, and whatever help I can offer you and your friends to figure out what's going on, please let me know. I'm gonna go mill about and keep my eye on things and see if we can discover anything.
Aye. Thank you, Moat.
Idabrix, what are you doing at this point?
I think at this point I'm just hanging out in the town, like in the area, kind of, checking to make sure everybody's like calmed down, not like, there's not anybody in the crowd still trying to rile people up, things like that. So
Give me a perception.
Maybe. Where'd my character sheet go? That's a 27.
Nice.
Idabrix, as you scan the crowd, you see a lot of friendly faces out there. You're one of the town favorites. They absolutely love you. You do still see the occasional person out in the crowd muttering, angry look on their face. Comments like, "This isn't right. This isn't right." And people. There's muttering about lost friends and lost family. But for the most part, the crowd seems to be grudgingly on board with what's going on.
Okay. So I'm just gonna keep kind of making my way around, answering questions if people have questions and things like that. So
Okay. So Sheriff Hemlock and Mayor Devon walk over to you, Gunnar, and say, maybe we should get this thing going sooner than later. So there's been a lot of activity tonight.
I believe that to be a good idea.
I think it's wise that you maybe keep our new friend here by your side.
I think that could be arranged. I look down at Squee and I go, "Would you like to assist me with the ceremonies?"
Oh, what can I do?
Could light the fires for me if you like.
Fire?
I thought that would pique your interest.
Is there a trick to it, or we just?
There's a trick. I'll show you as we go up.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, I slip my shield back on my back, and I step up and turn around and do a quick, over each shoulder, make sure nobody's, following too close.
Yep.
And I start heading towards the pyres, glancing down to make sure that Squee's following.
Okay.
And I begin picking up the casks and the oil, and I begin splashing it over the bodies, and I begin speaking in the old forgotten tongue of the Norse god. Picking up the sage wand, I begin burning it and letting the aroma waft into the air, and I motion Squee to pick up one of the torches. Around the bases in circles. Start with the middle, left, and then right.
Okay, so the torch in his hand is quite large, but he does as you say and drags it along, and flames start to lick around the pyres. The crowd starts to come forward and start to crowd in. and you see Moat, you see Father Xantis, you see Sheriff Hemlock, you see the the town elders crowd in. And what are you guys doing at this point? Mihaly, Idabrix, and Davdithas.
I'm up on my fence still, just surveying the crowd.
Yeah, I'm still mingling with people, asking how they're feeling about things.
Okay.
I'll go hang
Gunnar-
out with Mihaly.
Gunnar motions Squee to follow him back as he steps between the burning pyre, and I lift my arms with the oils and the burning sage, and I look out over the crowds. I now welcome our friends to think our best thoughts, remember our memories of our friends as they pass over, and if you have anything that you wish to cross over with them, to bring it to the foot of the pyres and toss it gently in.
Nobody steps forward particularly. They're not sure of this custom, Gunnar. This is more, I don't want to say a novelty. The newness of this is a novelty for a lot of people in the town. So
Yeah.
they're used to obviously used to burying their dead and sending them on that way. It's a very solemn, people have taken off their hats, people are looking on, and it's a very solemn moment. Are there any words that you speak during this?
He speaks in a different tongue, and I'm as a player not even going to try to pronounce them because I am not that good.
Okay.
And what little I do know is not in this context.
Okay. All right.
So he gives a brief speech in the Old Norse tongue, and he rises them up.
Give it in English.
Pardon?
Give it in English.
I don't know the ceremony in English.
Okay. Well,
I don't know that one. Sorry, man. And it probably proceeds for a couple minutes, and he lets the pyre burn, and then he looks back to everybody else within the city, and thank you for joining us all as the pyres, obviously flame up big real quick with all the oil, and burn very, very quick and very, very hot and die out after minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe most. He raises his hands again and he projects his voice out over the crowds. I wish you all to continue remembering our friends, but this time in a moment of celebration as we spend the rest of our night eating and drinking and merriment, and we tell stories and tales of our friends' accomplishments, and we remember all the good times that we've all had together. Tonight we remember the good this community has done. Let's go feast.
all right. So, as you guys previously discussed, at this point, people are probably going to be sent back to their houses. So, are you guys going to work with or sent to which, from whence they came? And you guys agreed to help the town and the guard and get people back to their houses or wherever they're going safe.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are methodically going to work to do that. How are you going to break it up? How are you guys going to break it up?
I suppose we can kind of position ourselves in different areas to make sure everyone's getting back safely.
Okay.
Escort crowds around the town as people filter into their houses.
I figured there's 4 of us. We could split the town into 4 quadrants, and each quadrant gets a hero with a couple town guards, and we just escort the groups through the quadrants and drop people off like a bus almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have the option of having people that are going back the same direction that we are at the end, waiting until we're done. And we can escort all of them back at once.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Mayor Devon relays this to the guard. The guards start relaying it out through the crowd, and slowly but surely, you guys work and get the majority back to their people back to their respective areas. And what's left is people that are going to be ending their night over by the Rusty Dragon Inn.
All right, well, let's escort those last few people so we can get to that Rusty Dragon Inn.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you guys successfully get everybody back. They people are much more comfortable with the fact that there's the guard and the 4 heroes of Sandpoint. As you guys work throughout the night to get people back to their house, the overall sense of is people are kind of in wonder. You guys are local celebrities now, and they're plying you with questions and wanting to know more about you and asking questions about Squee. By the time you get back to the Rusty Dragon, it's pretty late. It's just before the midnight hour, and you guys let me know what you want to do.
Okay.
Is everyone's home safe and sound? Everything's cool?
Yeah. So I think we'll just head back to the Rusty Dragon. If everybody made it home okay?
I could use a drink.
I could always use a drink.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's fair. I could probably stand for some dinner myself.
So in the common room, there's not any patrons. There is somebody that mans the desk at night for when the weary traveler comes in. Tonight, it's Bathana, and she welcomes you as you guys come in. Friends, welcome back.
Quiet night here, huh?
Well, the action was obviously in the center of town.
Indeed.
It's late.
Well, I'll take half a pint, and I'll be turning in myself momentarily.
I can do a half a pint for you, Davdithas. And she grabs a
Thank
mug,
you.
reaches behind the counter, and then starts to, you hear the liquid sloshing into the cup, and she hands it to you.
Oh, good. It's been a while. I'm gonna just gently drink it.
Sip it.
Yeah, I'm not kicking it back like I usually do.
Okay. What about everybody else?
Dinner, large one, please. Lots of meat.
I got some cold meat back there, but I can grab that for you.
That sounds good.
All right.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to find a seat and kick my feet up on a table.
Meat for anybody else, or?
I'll have just a little. Not much. I'm not very hungry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So you guys,
same here.
after a couple of minutes, she just brings out some, it's roasted meat from that night. It just cooled down, a couple knives, and she says, "Have at it. I'm sorry I don't have much more, but it's late. The kitchen's closed. Majority of people are up in the center of town, so we didn't do much business tonight. So
This is perfect. Thank you.
all
I
right,
sit down and hungrily start eating.
okay.
So this was an interesting night.
You can say that
Yeah.
So this was an interesting night.
again. You can say that again.
So this was an interesting night.
You can say that again.
Oh my God, you
So this
two.
was an
Stop.
interesting night.
Oh. Yeah. I think we were lucky that things ended the way they did.
I agree.
I've got my hands up, locked behind my head, leaning back. You know that thing where you have your feet up on the table and you tilt back on the back 2 chair legs and just
You're
super
rocking on the back
casual
2
and
legs.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm like, easy peasy for the heroes of Sandpoint, right, guys?
Give me an athletics check.
Easy.
Well, I think if Moat didn't help us, I think that would have been a lot stickier. Davdithas, you should take a couple pointers from him.
Can I get the full pint, actually?
I can't find athletics. Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Can I get the full pint?
I'm such a bad DM.
11.
All right, you're able to keep that chair up.
How
Precariously.
cool do I look, though?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
like Aldern right now.
Nice.
Oh, man, so I think I'm the shit, but I'm really not. Okay, I got it.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, as I finish my half pint and nibble on my meat, I'm gonna just kind of look around and see how everyone else is doing, and let them know I'm getting pretty tired. I might turn in soon.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired too, and like I said, I wasn't terribly hungry, so I'm just gonna, nibble a few bites, and then I'll probably head up to bed.
Yeah, I'm probably done.
All right. Well,
No one wants to stay up with me. It's still early. We ate. We must celebrate.
still
Surely,
early.
surely, Davdithas, you'll drink with me.
I'm gonna look at my sundial watch and just be like, yeah. I mean, as much as I'd love to, I feel like tomorrow's gonna be an even more hectic day.
Today is the one day I encourage you to drink and eat in merriment. And you're turning down my invitation to drink with me?
I think at this point it's visible on my face how like tempted I am, but I'm gonna abstain.
I don't think.
No, you know what? It's
serve
fine.
him,
I
Gunnar.
understand. I'll ask Moat. He's a little more of a holy man. He's a little more practiced in the worldly wilds. He'll stay up and drink with me.
You know what? He is a good dude. He deserves it. And I gather my stuff and I walk upstairs.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
Is he feeling okay?
Is
He's
that
going to-
actually Davdithas? I mean, there has been, the whole doppelganger thing going on. Someone should
Maybe we should go
him.
check and see. If
I
he's doing
snicker and I wipe the grease from the corner of my mouth and I go, he's crying into his pillow right now.
That or plotting our deaths.
I'm pretty sure he's very upset with me right now.
that. Well,
So I'm going to celebrate alone. I'm going to remember these two warriors without anyone. Just me.
I'll stay.
Okay.
I look over at Bathana and order a large, strong drink.
3.
I'll get those right out there for you.
Thank you very much.
Couple minutes go by. She comes over and drops the drinks off at your table.
I pick one up and I say, Gunnar, I'm not very good at this, but perhaps a toast is in order.
A toast is always in order.
I raise my glass.
To warriors of the past, to warriors of the future, and to us warriors of the present, we may never forget where we came from or where we are going. And
He said. And
he knocks his mug next to yours and starts drinking.
And I pound one back. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's revelry and stories, and I'll tell Mihaly, stupid little children's tales, and ask around the bar and see who's around, and kind of be a little more animated tonight than I normally am.
You are the only patrons in the bar.
Never mind. I finish my drink while hanging out and goofing off with Mihaly, and I go the hell to bed.
Okay.
there.
Idabrix, what are you doing?
I am heading up to bed.
Mihai?
Yeah.
Yep. Bet it is.
Okay.
I'll finish off my drink and make my way up once everyone else is gone.
Okay.
Nothing else to do.
Alrighty. So you guys retire for the night. And give me high or low.
Hi.
Okay.
And have a good night's sleep. And with that, guys, we're going to run to break real quick and give our cast a chance to use the restroom or do whatever they want to do for the next couple minutes. We're going to leave you guys with a question. When we come back, I want to know what you guys' favorite TTRPG system is out there. Savage Worlds, D&D, what version of D&D? So think on that while we're away. And when we get back, we're gonna find out. We'll see you in a few, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your patience as we take a break. We like to give everybody a break so that they can, get up, stretch their legs, run to the bathroom, stuff like that. So when we left, we asked you guys what your favorite system of TTRPG was. So I'm gonna ask the cast right now, what theirs are, and we'll start that off. Davdithas, what's your favorite TTRPG?
Oh boy. I mean, I don't have a deep experience of it. I've played Pathfinder, Starfinder, I've played some Battletech. I'm kind of torn between Pathfinder and Starfinder. I find both of them really exciting. So yeah, I'm gonna go dead even split between the two.
Okay. Gunnar, yourself.
I got a cheat, Mike.
Okay.
Anybody heard of a little role-playing system called GURPS? Generic Universal Role-Playing? You can literally play and make any type of character in any type of world in any universe playing with GURPS. It's got to be it.
I've heard it. I've heard of it. I've never looked at the system, but I've heard it was very adaptable. So
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Idabrix.
I have to say, for as long as I've been playing, my knowledge of different systems isn't huge. I definitely am enjoying Pathfinder, though. I also really enjoyed D&D 3.5, though, so that probably is part of why I'm totally fine with playing Pathfinder. And I'm also really enjoying the Savage World system that I've started learning a little bit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really neat one.
Mihaly, I know you have an extensive history into TTRPGs, and you have.
Well, let me think, for there are so many to consider. I'm gonna have to go with Pathfinder on this one.
Okay.
Out of the one that I've tried, Pathfinder is it.
Out of all the systems you played.
Out of all of the one that he's played.
Out of all of the one, this is that singular one. However, I would maybe there's some suggestions out there for like a sci-fi type one. Starfinder, perhaps. But...
Starfinder, Savage Worlds, and looks like GURPS is adaptable for that as well. So
super into sci-fi.
Somebody mentioned Spelljammer. That was pretty good. Rifts is amazing. Rifts really isn't like space sci-fi though. Rifts is like timescape, weird, futuristic, post-apocalyptic, weird robot thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
That sounds wild.
It's crazy wild.
Yeah.
So I'm going to answer for myself. And I was actually asked this question today. So for a long time, it was the many flavors of AD&D, or Dungeons and Dragons to AD&D. To 3.5 was probably my favorite D&D version. At that point, my circle of friends, we jumped over to Pathfinder, and that was we used that system for a long time. But with Neural Nexus Zero, we're going to be using Savage World. So I've started to learn that system, and I am coming to love the adaptability and the easy use and the way they simplify a lot of things. I really am enjoying that system. I'm really happy that I'm going to have a chance to play it. So, looking out in the chat, I see a lot of good, people, echoing GURPS. Marshmallow Rampage said he echoes GURPS. There's World of Darkness out there. There's Pathfinder. There's Great Wolf also says Pathfinder quickly followed by Shadowrun. Shadowrun I've never played, but that world is very interesting to me. Again, Wellspud did say Spelljammer. I'd like to point out to you guys. I want to run a little scenario that happened this past weekend on last Thursday. Okay, me and Decider decided to go to a gaming store. There's this pretty big, good sized gaming store up in New York, and we go in there, and they, Decider was looking for this particular. He was looking for a DM screen for Pathfinder 1. Because for his upcoming game, he thought it'd be cool to have on his desk and have some reference. So they direct him over to this section of the store with all used goods, right? So when you were looking in there, you're seeing like original AD&D modules. You're seeing like Dark Sun. You're seeing like all this original TTRPG content, D&D, like actual D&D book, actual stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I look down and I see this module, and it's like in a binder folder. It's like very early stuff, and it says written by Gary Gygax.
Ooh.
So Decider looks at me and goes, "Who's Gary Gygax?"
What?
I knew this was gonna come up.
There's a
We
guy.
need-
I have
He's-
to
he's gone.
disappear. I have to
Kick
There's
him
a
out of the
disappear
show.
now.
He's done.
There's a guy behind me, and he goes, "What?" He's like, "What?" And he goes, "Effing millennials."
Oh, man.
I'm like, no. No, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of younger kids out there that know who Gary Gygax is. So I had to explain to Decider, who plays
I Googled it.
Pathfinder, who Gary Gygax is, the father of all TTRPGs. So
Well,
just a little insight I wanted to share with the community. Okay.
I also found a Pathfinder. What was it? The card game of Pathfinder. The entire set of Rise of the Rune Lords, which is what we're playing right now, and also attempted to open it and learn spoilers, but Mike put a stop to that immediately.
I literally stabbed him.
Yeah. So
I literally stabbed him. I just right in the face. So,
and I was never seen again.
That would explain why he was wearing that hat.
What
that's-
hat?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
he's wearing a hat.
I always wear a
No.
hat.
I hate you all.
I'm
Okay.
a man of many hats.
No, Mihaly is a man of many hats.
In
Damn
the
straight,
game.
son.
But where do you think he got his inspiration from?
Not the razor guy.
I'm sorry, did you mention Razer? Pick up your new Razer Blade 17-inch laptop today from the Razer store.
There's no razor counter here, Decider.
Sorry, my bad. I'm just so used to
I'm
it.
I'm yeeting him out a window. This is gonna happen.
All right, guys, you get ready to get back into it?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. You guys sleep through the night, and you wake up in the morning, and I'm going to need you to tell me what you're doing when you wake up in the morning, please.
I'm going to skip my original thought and move on to a large stretch. And,
Yeah.
kind of, break myself in for the morning and go pray.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing that, like, roll over, look out the window, pull the blankets back over my head, roll over, open my eyes again. Yeah, like that. Like, I'm not quite willing to admit that it's morning yet, so
Okay. Okay.
I do that for a little while.
I attempt a acrobatic dismount from my bed.
Let's see the roll.
One where you put your hands up and then kick your legs out to get and stand up. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Okay.
Like okay.
Like how you usually get out of bed in real
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
And
I've done
yeah.
it a couple times. It's exciting.
Yeah.
In game, that is. It said 14 on the die, but I rolled a 9 plus 2 for 11 in the chat window somehow. Or did that roll at all? Did that roll just happen now?
No, that was your previous roll.
That's weird. Okay. Even better. A 17 plus 2 for 19.
So you put your hands back and you spring forward and you're able to successfully dismount the bed in an acrobatic manner.
Awesome. And I'm really super pleased with that. But a little disappointed that no one's around to see it.
True.
And so I continue on with my packing of things and head downstairs and grab a seat for some breakfast.
Okay.
I would get up and get dressed. Morning stretches and a quick shine of the armor, oil the blade, and while I'm working, I pray to the gods for my spells before heading downstairs.
Okay. All right. And when you guys get down to the common room, you see Sheriff Hemlock down there with a plate full of eggs and a bunch of a big rasher of bacon, and he's digging into this food. And as he sees you comes down, as he sees you coming down the steps, he calls you over and says, "Friends, come join me."
I assume I'm probably strolling down the stairs not too long after.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull up a seat next to him.
I'll finally make my way downstairs after getting up and dressed and all that stuff.
Okay. So when you guys are all down there, he says, he addresses you. He's like, "You guys want some breakfast? You know what? Pico, grab them breakfast. Let's get some food out here for our friends. I think they're gonna have a long day ahead of them."
A long day.
What did I miss? What happened?
But I don't know.
Well, I had a thought last night. I had a thought. So Aaron Habe, he's an expert on disease and mental derangement. He came to us from Magnamar years ago, and he built a sanitarium, and outside Sandpoint, and he wanted it in his secluded place, where it could be kept away from the town. He thought his wards there would find the peace of mind they needed to heal, and I wanted you to talk to him. I think he might be able to help us try to figure out what's going on in town with the attacks. Even if he can't, maybe he can provide, he has a little bit of a medical knowledge when it comes to these things. Maybe there's something we can find with a cure, or maybe we can get a little help there. So I was wondering if you guys would take a run out there for me.
Is he expecting us?
Well, I can give you a letter introducing you, and I have to occupy myself today with, quite frankly, cleaning up. Last night was a little messy, as far as, some trash in the town, and, just want to direct the guards and, work with Squee to get everything, worked out. So,
well, if the village opts to not kill the new garbage man, perhaps he could help you.
well, he is walking. I've got a guard with him. I do have a guard with him, and he has started his duty to the town. So
that's great. I honestly hope he fits in well, and your otherwise lovely town comes to accept him.
Also, the second factor to this is when we had that first attack, one of the guys that survived was brought to the sanitarium because he was kind of raving, gibbering about, like, he couldn't put thoughts together that well anymore, and he like, paranoia has overtaken him. He's kind of lost his touch reality. However, I wanted to see if while you're there, if there's any, if you can get any information out of him on what happened, and if there's any information you can get to help him, to help out what's going on out there. So
do you recall his name?
I'm trying to remember because I'm a bad DM.
No, that's totally why I asked, because I was like, shit, if I ask this, Mike just might not know.
Yeah.
No worries. Perhaps you could jot it down in that letter for us.
Graced. I'm sorry. It's Graced. Grayst. So give me a couple minutes. I can get a letter done by the time we're done breakfast here. And so the guy you'll be looking for out there that runs the place is Aaron Habe, and it's his place out there. So If you're willing, I'll get that letter drawn up for you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miko, can I have a pen and parchment, please? So Miko runs out with a pen and, a scroll, and he jots some stuff down, introducing you guys as the hero of Sandpoint. The bearer of lettuce is a friend of the town, and to allow them to talk to, into the sanitarium, an introduction. So he rolls that up and takes a signet out of his pocket and seals it with wax and gives it to you. And when you're done, if you come back to the town, let us know. If there's anything pertinent, let me know. So.
What information should we glean from Aaron and Graced? Was it?
Graced.
Hmm.
That's for you guys to see if there's anything pertinent when you get out there. If there's anything that could help this town, if he's determined anything, from Graced, or if he has any information leading to the, on, the process with these creatures and how they turn, if there's anything he can provide.
Okay. I mean, if we have nothing else to do today, it might be nice to go for a walk and see a nice part of town. Well, outside of town, I suppose.
Yep.
Sounds lovely.
Sounds lovely.
Well, let's do it. I'm excited.
All right.
Didn't this place that he's from, Aaron Habe, that he's at, wasn't that place mentioned with one of the murder victims?
I don't believe so, but we can double check.
I feel like it was. Maybe I'm.
Do you have it in your notes somewhere?
Maybe. Let me look.
Furiously flipping through pages.
Yeah.
Control F doesn't work on paper.
Why not?
God damn it. That's in the basement.
All right, so I'm gonna draw on the map the location where it is, Habe Sanitarium. So, why can't I find Sandpoint?
It's gone.
It is gone. Dum dum dum.
Oh no.
Oh. The whole town packs up and leaves when we're gone. They take the buildings and everything.
You just pack up the town. Bye. Peace
Pack
out.
up every brick in the road. Just everything.
So it is a decent clip from the town. It's probably a half day's travel to the location.
I don't have it in my notes, but I swear something came up about the sanitarium.
Okay.
I'll ask, is Amiko here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Amiko for some provisions for the road.
What do you mean? What do you need, Davdithas?
Just a little snack, something simple.
I can get some bread, some meat, and some veggies and wrap them up and get them to go.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay. After about 10 minutes, she comes back and she hands you the food.
Excellent. I'm gonna just tuck that in my bag.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go. I don't know about the rest of you.
I'm ready.
Yeah, sure.
All right. How are you guys going to get there?
Probably
Very
take the
carefully?
horses and very carefully. Yes. Yeah. Let's head down to the stables and see if we've still got a ride down there. Unless
Definitely.
Squee's eaten all of our horses by now. It's a possibility.
I would say to give him a job at the stables, but
No.
Hmm.
That'd be a
No.
terrible idea.
hey,
All right.
this one died anyway, so I'll just take it off your hands.
Like a cannibal at a morgue.
All right, so Sandpoint is right there. It's on that little inlet on the map that I shared with you guys. So if you look, you have to go down through that mountain range down to Habe Sanitarium. It'll probably take you about a half a day, depending on I mean, Sheriff Helmock is going to give you guys a map how to get there and give you directions. But it should take you maybe a little more than half a day to get there. So,
Okay.
all right. And you said you're taking the horses?
Yeah.
I think so. That would make the most sense.
Okay. So as you guys make your way out, is there anything particular you want to do along the way, or just you making your way there?
We can start a good old sing-song.
A good old sing-song.
Yes.
Let's hear this good old sing-song.
Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black. I don't know the rest.
With
Someone
silver
please jump in.
buttons all down her back.
I knew you'd know. I knew
Wow.
it.
Wow.
That happened.
happened.
That did definitely happen. So
Yeah.
wow.
Well, we'll have someone new for the sanitarium, so
Oh God.
So we're leaving Davdithas there? Is that what you're saying?
well, if you look at the letter, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what we're asked to do. This is an escort mission, isn't it?
Escort mission.
I'm looking something up real quick, guys. So thank you for bearing with me because
Oh, Mike, what are you looking up?
Rent at the sanitarium.
that's
Not
pretty
rent.
much.
What's the
I'm trying to see how much how long your current gold can cover your stay there after us.
Oh, it's pretty easy. I'm broke, so not even a night.
I'll chip in.
How
I'm not
much is a
man of-
year, Mike?
I mean, you could probably negotiate with the people at the sanitarium.
Oh no. We want to pay a little extra to see if they'll give him one of those awesome white jackets with straps and buckles.
They want that premium
Ooh.
padded room, you know?
Yeah, we want the platinum package.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guys are too
Oh my
kind.
god.
I hear somebody's talking about a water wheel to make shock therapy the first ever thing back then.
Ooh.
Could you imagine? It is right along a river after all.
Whole new meaning to the
stream.
phrase Desna Spark.
I was gonna
You're
say,
just
no need to
Rocking
shock
back and
me.
forth in a
I-
room. Just the
I-
spark. Just the spark.
This is fine.
Wow, this is going downhill pretty quickly.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right. So you guys make your way there, and you're going along the way. Are you guys, do you have any kind of particularly party order or anything like that?
Ooh.
I was
I'm-
asking for party order. Everyone choose wisely.
I can't imagine any reason why, so I'll take the lead.
Yeah, you will.
I'll go second.
I'm probably riding up in there as well. I mean, we don't necessarily need to be single file, right? So I'd probably be riding alongside Idabrix.
I guess it depends on what what the route is like. I mean, if it's like a trail through woods, we might be. But
Oh,
if
yeah,
it's
that's a good
kind of
point.
a wide
Yep.
open road, then we could ride, 2x2 or 4 across or something.
Quick question, Mike. Does my horse have a name?
Have you named your horse?
Buttercream.
I haven't. I just wanted to know if I was.
My horse's name is
Riding.
Honey Bear.
I just wanted to know if I was riding through the field with a horse with no name. That's all.
Roach.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, my horse's name is Roach.
Just-
It gets stuck. She gets stuck on roofs and stuff.
Come
All
on,
right.
Roach.
All right.
Come
Can I
on,
get some
Roach.
perceptions from you guys, please?
Okay. Finally, something I'm
Neato.
good at. Oh, wow. I rolled a nat 1 plus 13 for 14.
I don't want to hear it.
Wow.
4
have a
plus
t-
1 for a 5.
4 plus 8 for 12.
I would like to use a
Uh-huh.
plus 2. Oh, never mind. A advantage roll. I'll use an advantage roll
Okay.
from Candleus.
From
I
Candle.
already used my plus 2.
Rigged. Rigged.
Ray.
Nepotism.
Whatever. Deal with it.
Hashtag get out.
So advantage roll is roll 2, take the higher.
Correct.
Yeah?
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the first one is a nat 1.
Okay.
Come on, another one.
So I'm gonna try to beat that.
With a 3.
And the second one is an 8.
I mean, that's an improvement.
Okay.
Technically,
mean-
yes.
All right. So Idabrix and Davdithas, as you guys are walking through the trails through the woods, you start to hear in the woods around you, you start to hear the sounds of some creatures like yipping and laugh and almost like laughing. Like yip, yip. It might
Did
be
you guys
one
hear
of
that?
these.
Oh gosh, Chihuahuas! No, my worst enemy.
Thank God we're up on horses.
Run for your lives, you fools! We don't stand a chance.
So, Davdithas and Idabrix, you hear the sounds coming through the woods.
I'm gonna just slyly look back at everyone and try and make eye contact with them and like kind of grab at my weapon.
I'm just kind of like, does anybody else hear that? You know, like I'm asking it out loud, but very quietly.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I bring my horse to a stop. What now?
Everyone, be ready.
Did you guys hear that?
What?
It's like a yipping laugh thing.
Can I take a closer look to see if I can try and see anything?
Sure.
I'm gonna assume you want perception, so 10 plus 13 for 23.
Let me see.
Did something just run across the trail?
I was gonna say, something just ran across the map.
I was gonna ignore that.
Davdithas, you hear the sounds of a couple what you think to be more than one creature in the woods around you.
I'm just gonna say to the party, I believe we're starting to get surrounded.
Do we ride for it, or do we dismount and get ready?
I still got a hand on my weapon. I'm just gonna say, be ready. Just in case, but let's continue.
Yeah, I'm
Fast or slow?
Yes.
I say we stay at a steady pace and keep riding and see what happens. I say
Can you
with one
guys-
hand on my sword.
Can you tell which direction it was coming from?
Can I tell which direction it was coming from?
Could I tell which direction it was coming from?
Davdithas, you think you hear noise coming from the south of you and to the east of you.
I kind of bob my head in both directions.
Oh, geez. Well, not behind us. That's good, right?
For now. All right, so I guess we continue forward.
I slipped my shield off of my back and I attached it to the side of my horse by the saddle,
Okay.
so it's in easy grip.
Alrighty. So, how fast are you moving forward? Which direction are you going? Give me some insight.
Whichever direction is towards our destination.
So if you're following the road on the
Should
path,
be east,
you're
right?
going east. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're going east at our general traveling pace.
Okay. All right. So the road opens up. Oh, sorry. So the road opens up.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see anything? All right.
Mm-mm.
So the road opens up in front of you, and you can see about 40 to 50 feet down on the trail before it turns down to the south.
Continue. We'll keep going, I guess, right?
So move your characters and let me know what you're doing.
Okay.
How far can we move at a time here?
With
Like,
your
what's
not-
do we do
what's-
one round worth of a horse trotting along, or?
What's your speed? And you're not on initiative right now, so you're just freely moving.
Yeah,
What's
okay.
the horse speed?
So it's whatever the horse's
movement.
speed is.
Yep.
I guess I'll look it up.
Oh.
Uh,
Maybe it
I
doesn't
mean-
matter. Let's just not worry about it.
Okay. right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're not in
okay?
initiative, it probably doesn't matter.
Like,
Right, yeah.
All right. So give me a perception as you guys get over there.
4 plus 13 for 17.
16 plus 1 for 17.
Nice.
19 plus 8 for 27.
Ooh.
Mihai?
a 13.
All right. So Idabrix. So Davdithas, Gunnar, and Idabrix. You start to hear a rustling in the woods to the either side of you, both to the north of you and on your southern, and you think a little farther to the southwest as well.
I am going to. I'm gonna kind of steer my horse a little bit closer to the. I guess like right up along the. Is it? Would I say like a tree line? Is it a tree line right there?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of steer like right up along the tree line without going into the trees. The ones on the northern side of us.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I just want to keep going.
Okay.
I speak rather loudly because no one else is, doing the thing. Boy, I would sure hate to get ambushed in the middle of our ride to go complete our mission by whatever's giggling out there.
Picking up on what Gunnar's doing, I say loudly back to him, Gunnar, did you remember to pack the sword that kills anything with one touch?
You mean my sword? Of course I packed it.
Good. And those fire bombs?
I think I gave them to Idabrix.
I'm like
gonna
totally
need-
ignoring what they're doing and focused on looking into the trees.
I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative, please. This is a random encounter purchased by Lambs to the Slaughter, so you can thank him for that.
10.
Are they still, after tonight, are they still purchasable, or is that transition into the follower goal?
17.
Both.
Okay.
¿Por qué no las dos?
Porque Maria, porque. 20 plus 1 for 21.
Okay.
Man, and I was so proud of mine.
15 plus 10, 25.
Okay. Mihai, you so you hear pretty much all around you. You hear rustling in the trees and several different directions around you. But you don't currently see anything.
So I'm first to act, but we're not in combat, but initiative.
Correct. It's on Gunnar, but I'm gonna cycle it through. Sorry about that. I think I clicked Gunnar earlier. So see you, Mihai.
He's okay.
So let's say, how does this work now? We're not Like we're in combat. We're not in combat though.
You're in
Could I
combat.
ready
You're-
a spell? Can I cast from horseback?
You can cast from horseback. You're gonna have to make a ride check. You can dismount. You can ready a spell to see if you for your ready in action, ready a spell for when somebody appears. All of these things.
All of these. I like these things.
If the horse isn't moving, still a ride check?
If you're gonna do anything that
Got it,
beyond riding, I believe it's a ride check.
So like shooting my crossbow as well, for instance.
Most likely, yep.
Yeah, in that case, I'll ready magic missile for the first valid target, but I'll stay on my horse.
Okay. With that, so suddenly, from the north of you, a creature jumps out of the woods and rushes at Idabrix. So if you would like to jump back in at this time, you may.
Yeah,
do
that would trigger my action. So
Yeah,
do we do a ride check first, or with the way the magic missile works, they always hit their target, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So would it matter?
I'm looking.
I'm sorry.
I'm
being a noob, right? So
I haven't done that. I haven't fought horseback in a long time, so
cool.
we're gonna let it go off right now. So roll damage, sir.
Okay. So I'll fire both at that target. I guess I have 2 missiles. And let's see, 1 and 2.
For how much
So the
damage?
first is a 2 + 1 for 3, and the second is a 4 + 1 for 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So missiles shoot out of the fingers of Mihaly and lodge into the creature that has appeared. And I'll give you a little picture of what they look like. It should have an image. So the creature standing before you is dog-like, vaguely dog-like. It has a little bit of armor on it with spikes protruding from it. Snarling teeth. It's and it, like I said, it jumped at Idabrix, and when it jumped out, Mihaly's magic missiles seared through the air and hit it on each side and doing damage. So you're actually going to stay on the same initiative because how it played out. So so the creature Idabrix is going to spring at you and is going to attempt to bite you. All right.
No, that's not all right.
It is all right. For 12 plus 3 for 15.
That is a miss.
Okay. With that, it brings us to Gunnar.
Okay, this is quick dismount and move.
Okay.
Can I do a quick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there?
Okay.
And with my my move action, I'm going to draw my blade from the shield,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give ye old dog a whack on the nose as I cut it down,
Okay.
because bad dog.
Bad doggy.
Yeah.
Bad, bad spikes.
And you know what? I've got a bunch of bonuses that I got to use, Mike. I think I'm gonna kick up a bunch of these.
Okay.
So I got a +3 from Katie Meacham
Okay.
that I'm gonna blast through.
I'll
So
mark that as
let's kick
complete.
that one up, and I'm only gonna make it a +2 on the counter because I'm gonna use a power attack for 1 point too.
Okay.
So here we go. Let's get that attack going on Fido. That's a total of a 2 rolled +11 for a total of 13. Does that hit?
That does not hit. So as you maneuver around your friends and you swing, you pull the blade, and on the backswing you try to slash the enemy. It unfortunately clings off the armor on its back and it does not is not a successful blow.
Okay.
So when you're done your turn, you can hit that button on the combat tracker and it'll bring us to the next person.
Yes, it will. Why is the combat tracker not working right for me? I can't click it.
All right, I'll
Thank
just
you.
push it on. Yeah. Idabrix, it is your turn, ma'am.
All right. So I already had one hand on my sword as we were going, so I'm gonna pull that out, and actually it would be in this hand. And what I would like to know is the hyena like how well it tried to attack me, I know, but
The what?
is it like the hyena like directly
The
below
what?
me, or sorry, the creature directly below me?
Yes, it is standing at your left flank.
It's okay. So what I would like to do is I would like to try to dismount my horse and stab it like coming down while I do that.
All right, so give me an athletics track to move through a threatened square with the dismount.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
That's a 20.
All right, let me look at the creature for a second. Boom. So Idabrix vaults off the back of the horse and it kind of does like a little hop over the creature and lands directly to its directly to the east of it, and will be able to make an attack.
Okay. So using my short sword, I'm going to attack the creature. That is a 12. Does that hit?
That is not hit him. So as you're coming down, you're successfully able to maneuver yourself. You draw back your weapon and try to stab the creature in the side, and it glances off the armor on its back.
Man,
When you're done your turn, can you hit that?
I can try. Yep, it worked.
Okay.
I think.
Alrighty. So from behind you guys, you hear the rustling of trees, and a creature runs out of the trees to the south of you and is going to charge at Mihaly and attempt to bite him. And I am going to use a plus from... I'm going to use a +1 from Gardener Girl to try and hit Mihaly. Sorry, so does a 10 hit Mihaly?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yay!
We did it.
I almost
Okay.
died.
Oh, does an 11? Does an 11 hit? I'm sorry. He has. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
I forgot. So it's
Also, no.
not. Okay. Alrighty, Davdithas, it is your turn, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna have the horse shift 5 feet to the south, and as it does, I pull a javelin out from my back, and I am going to aim it towards the northern puppy that people have attacked already. Yes, and I'm gonna huck a javelin at it, and I'm gonna use a +1 from Wolf's Blood.
Okay. And that'll be a -4 because you're shooting into combat.
Right. So a total of -3 modifier. All right. And that is going to be a 15 to hit.
That does hit, sir.
Excellent.
That's pretty amazing. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. I am the best mounted javelin tosser this side of combat. That's going to hit for an amazing 2 damage.
All right. So as the javelin fires from Davdithas's hand, it launches and pokes and like sticks into the top right shoulder. And you look down and blood starts streaming down its arm. The creature is currently bloodied.
All right.
All right. So from the woods, you hear that chittering like laughter again, and a creature runs down and is going to take a bite at Davdithas with a, what should we do? Whose bonus should we use here? Honor to Cops is going to give you a +1 to murder Davdithas.
Excellent.
All right. And he's going to take a bite at Davdithas for AC 17, sir.
That is no good.
All right. So he comes down and he takes a snap at Davdithas, and his teeth just, they slide off Davdithas's armor. From the woods, Davdithas, you hear that chittering laughter again, and I'm going to open this up so you can see it.
By the way, I don't see what attacked me.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, look at that. Oh, God, look at that.
Came out of nowhere.
I'm surrounded. What? Just...
Not yet. We're not.
Not yet.
Wait till the other 3 show up.
Oh, great.
The other 5, you mean?
The other
Oh.
12. What are you talking about?
Right.
All of them. I am going to use another +1 from Gardener Girl to murder Davdithas, okay?
Oh
And
man.
it's going to, seeing you distracted, Davdithas, it's going to attempt to bite at your back for AC 6.
That is still no good.
That's not going to hit. All right. From the darkness of the trees, a creature laughs and runs out and is going to attempt to bite you, Davdithas. I'm going to use a +1 from Feroth 72.
Bring it on.
Man.
Let's go. Bring it on.
Plus the flanking bonus because you are now flanked by 2 enemies, and going to bite at Davdithas for AC 20. 14 plus 6 for 20.
That'll connect.
That'll connect. So he is going to do 2 points. 2 plus 3 points of damage for 5, and is going to attempt to trip you as well.
On my horse?
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right.
Okay.
And that brings us to the top of the order. Mihaly, it is now your turn, sir.
Well.
As you look around you, Mihaly, your party is currently being swarmed by a bunch of dog-like animals.
It's fine. I can take it.
This is fine.
It's fine.
Everything's
jeez.
fine.
But not everything's fine.
But everything was not fine.
Record scratch. It was at this moment when he realized everything wasn't fine.
Jack, where's your jump scare when we need it?
Right.
Which one?
It was at this moment he knew.
He fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna 5-step northwest to Gunnar's side to remove myself from immediate harm's way.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile again, but this time I'll pick 2 separate targets.
Okay. Which targets are you going to attack?
The original one that I attacked, the first one to pop out, as well as the one that just tried to attack me.
Okay. So
The
one
rules
to the
state
west.
they must be no more than 15 feet apart. They're separated by 3 squares. Is that acceptable?
Yep, you're good. Yep.
Okay. So the first one is the one near Gunnar and Idabrix.
Okay.
And I hit for 2 plus 1 is 3.
Okay, so as the darts shoot out of your hand and lodge into the side of the creature, it gives a little gasp and falls over on the ground.
Nice. I say that in character.
Okay.
And the second one, another 2 plus 1 is 3 to the one south of me, the one that came out of the woods to attack me.
Okay, your gaze swings to the creature to the south of you, and the missiles fly out. The missile flies out of your hand and lodges and hits it in the chest with a burst of sparks, and it yelps as well.
And with that, I end my turn, sir.
Okay. So the one gunner that's currently at your feet, you see it expire, and that brings us to your turn, sir.
All right. Why not? Next up, let's step to the south. and clear this last one out over here with a quick 5-foot adjust. I'm gonna go for another power attack, and I'm gonna use another +3 from Nate. Yeah,
Okay.
that's two. I think I have one left, and I got 2 +2s. And oh Jesus, record keeping, right?
It's been a couple weeks since we've been able to use our bonuses. It's a little hard to use them in town. So
Yeah, I mean, in Gunnar's not much of a toggler or a diplomat or he's a creative storyteller and a fighter, man. That's what he does. So that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna take a quick step and take Mihaly's place to make sure he's safe, and whip my shield around and bring the sword up from down south by the harbor up across little man's big tower across his face, and do a little damage. So here we go.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do here. So with a swing, that is a 5 + 11 for 16.
that is a hit, sir.
Okay.
So it connects solidly on the creature's flank as you bring your sword around. For how much damage, sir?
That'll be a 3 on the dice +7, making it a total of 10.
So as it
Nice.
hits the side of the creature, it cleaves the leg from the back of the flank, and the creature falls to the ground disabled. Is bleeding out at this point. You think he is down for the count.
All right, Mike. I'm not done with my turn yet, though. I'm going to use a skill and my knowledge nature, or I'm sorry, survival,
Yep.
to see if I recognize any of these animals.
I think that would be more of a knowledge nature, but I'm going to take a look real quick for.
Okay. I don't have knowledge nature. I've got religion and survival. If that doesn't work, I totally dig, man.
All right.
I got dungeoneering too, actually.
I would allow dungeoneering because survival's more of you can use the survival skill to avoid getting lost or avoid natural hazards.
Okay, so here we go with the
Yep.
dungeoneering. Wow, that's a horrible roll. That's a 2 + 4 with a total of 6.
You
I
gotta-
know it's got 4 legs and it's wearing armor, right?
You're unsure at this point if it's actually got 4 legs and wearing armor.
I mean, I know that
This
one's only
one
got
only
3.
has 3,
Yeah,
so-
it's true. It's true.
How many did these come with, guys?
All right.
All right. When you're done your turn, you can hit that button.
I can't hit that button, Mike. I don't know why it's not letting me click.
Okay. Idabrix.
All right. Well, I am going to turn to attack the one that is now standing to the east of me.
Yep.
So I'm going to, I guess from the direction that I was standing in before, kind of spin around from facing like the more northern side, and kind of cut my sword across as I turn, and try to hit it that way.
Okay. Let's see this epic blow, Idabrix.
Yeah, let's see it. I'm gonna use +3 from a few weeks ago from J Rain.
Okay. Is it in the tracker or is you just?
It is
have it?
not. Yeah, those two were not in the tracker. They
Okay.
were ones that I had written down and deleted before I had used them.
Okay.
Let's see. Where's my? There it is. Short sword. Oh, hold on. I gotta just make sure that's added in. So that is a 4 + 11 for 15.
Idabrix, you are successfully land a blow on this creature. You're able to
Woo!
connect. So
Okay, that is 4 damage.
okay. So as the sword connects with the creature, it connects solidly on the creature, and a little bit of blood starts leaking from the wound. But you think it is still pretty healthy at this point. Okay.
Okay. And can I also, as I'm attacking it, or just after I attack it,
Yep.
roll a knowledge nature to see if I know what they are?
Correct. Yes, you can. I said correct.
Okay.
Yes, you can. I don't know why I
Correct.
said
You can do that. Nope. I don't know what they are either. That is a 6.
That is a 6.
I am fully not aware of what these are.
You are, you have never seen this creature before, Idabrix.
Fair.
Okay. So the one that is behind Gunnar, is, or to the southwest of Gunnar, is going to take, he's going to try and do a bite, and then with 2 claws as well. I'm going to use my.
That's the one that's disabled, yeah.
Oh, he is
With
disabled. That's
3
right.
legs.
Thank you. I forgot about
That's
that.
right.
So on his turn, he ends up dying. Everybody, can you give me a perception roll, please?
You said everybody?
Everybody, please. Yeah.
Everybody.
9 plus 13 for 22.
That's a
16 plus 1 is 17.
15 plus 8 for 23.
And a 15.
From the woods, you guys hear a giant screech. It's like a and it's coming from the east of you. Okay,
Well, that was pleasant.
it is pleasant.
I'm fine with it.
Okay. So Davdithas, the one that's standing behind you, is going to he is going to.
Did you skip my turn?
Did I? Yes. Go ahead.
Who are you again?
Just a piece of meat here. That's it.
Well, literally, literally,
Literally.
just a piece of meat.
Speaking of which, so for my turn, I'm going to hoist my tower shield out to the side of me,
Okay.
and I am going to take a totally defensive posture, and I'm just gonna yell out, "Flank them!" And that'll
Okay.
be my turn.
And that'll be your turn. Okay. So the dog-like creature behind you, Davdithas, is seeing your back. He's seeing it as a juicy target. I am going to use my last +1 from Gunnar, and I am going. So the creature is going to try and jump at your back and then bite you and claw at you as well. So
Okay.
as soon as I get that attack. I'm sorry, he's only gonna try and bite at you. It's my fault because I'm a bad DM. 7 + 4 for 11, sir.
No good.
All right, so he jumps up at you and tries to bite you with his teeth, and it just kind of skitters off the side of you. It's an ineffectual attack. So the one creature that's to the southeast of you is gonna move up, and he's going to take a bite out of your hide as well, or he's gonna attempt to take a bite out of your hide as well. For AC 11.
Still no good.
No bueno. And the hyena that's in front of you looks at you and yips and kind of growls and is going to take a bite at you for AC 11. 6 + 5
That's
for
3 11s. That's 3 11s in a row.
311.
Wow.
Get it? 311.
Ah.
The band. Okay.
I'm a big Nick Hex fan, just saying.
I'm gonna bat that one away with my shield.
That brings us to the top of the order. Mihaly, it's your turn, sir.
Oh man. Jeez. I really wish there was an AoE that I could do that would exclude Davdithas.
I could take it. Do it.
Whoa.
No, I don't think I should do that. I'll 5 foot south, back to Gunnar's side, but back of the order, I guess, furthest west of the party. And I'll return to the Old Faithful and fire off another couple magic missiles. This time I will target the one furthest north that Idabrix was working on. And the logic here is that if I kill it, Dave won't take a flanking bonus anymore. So that's what I'm hoping for. So I'll fire both at that. The first hits for a 2 + 1 is 3.
Okay.
And the second hits for a 4 + 1 is 5.
Okay, so the darts dart out of your hands, and launch into the left side and the right side of the creature, sparks flaring as they hit each shoulder, and it takes the damage, and it's at this point it's bloody, it's in rough shape, it yelps as they hit, and that brings but it's still up in fighting.
Okay. Oh, sorry. And that ends my turn. Boop.
Gunnar, your turn, sir.
1 second, sorry. Ooh. Tinnitus is a bitch. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so looks like we should do a little flanky, and the giant paperweight dropped his door, so I'm gonna go help out, make sure he doesn't get his butt kicked. So I'm gonna step over and through and down and flank from the south. Is that a legal square for me, Mike?
Yep. As you step over there, you would be able to see a little bit more. So.
Okay, fantastic. And I'm going to use my +2 from Ono to Cops. And another +2 for the flank. And I will power attack again, because why not? Let's get this over quick. I want to make puppy chow out of these guys.
Okay.
I still have no idea what they are anyway, so, why not? Here we go. 16 on the roll, +12 is a 28 to hit.
That does hit, sir.
All right.
So Gunnar, stepping around the back of the foe, looks for a tactical advantage and stabs his sword up into the undercarriage of the creature for
2 + 7 modifier, giving it a total of 9 damage.
Okay. So as the sword slides in, the creature is clearly bloodied at this point. Blood flows from the wound on its side. It screeches and yelps as you find a soft spot underneath its armor, and he is hurting. Would you like to do anything else on your turn, Gunnar?
I think. No, I think I'll take it. Can I take another dungeoneering roll?
Yes.
Is that okay with you?
Yep.
All right. That'll be a 9 + 4 for a total of 13.
Okay. So Gunnar, you have heard of these creatures before. They, you've heard rumors about wolf-like creatures that or dog-like creatures that run through the woods, and they kind of laugh and yip. They are hyenas. You've heard the name before, but you don't know much about them.
Okay. So I'm guessing dog-like creatures, they probably run in packs. Safe to assume, I'm guessing.
I would say through. Yeah, that would be something that you'd be able to know about them.
Okay. So, all right. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Idabrix, it is your turn, ma'am.
So I would like to step diagonally, so I'm flanking this one on the other side.
Okay.
The one that I was just attacking.
It's a flank train.
Yeah, pretty
This
much.
is a beautiful pattern, is what
Right?
it is.
I'm liking it.
Friend
That's
foe,
what I
friend
figured.
foe, friend foe, friend foe.
Yeah.
Yeah, figured we would, have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, as I go to make that move, I'm going to try to attack again with my short sword. And I'm going to use, I have a +3 from Painseeker. And I'm also flanking, so that's another +2, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's +5.
So Idabrix maneuvers around her enemy, seeing an opportunity to strike true on the creature that's attacking her friend Davdithas. She slips behind, and for AC,
That is a 8 + 13 for 21.
and is successfully able to catch the creature unaware and stab it into the ribcage for how much damage?
For 3 damage.
So as the blade slides in, she pulls it back, eviscerating the creature. Its guts fall to the ground, and it falls over dead.
That should do it for me.
Okay, Davdithas.
Now that I'm not completely surrounded, I'm going to grab my Morning Star out as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a swing at the southern puppy. And I'm still going to fight defensively, though. So
Okay.
I'll take a -4 on the attack.
Okay.
All right, so that is going to
Davdithas,
attack
just so
for.
you know, you still have a bunch of things that are still in the queue from players from the community.
Okay.
I don't know if you were tracking them though locally without looking at the tracker, but so
No, I'm not. I don't have the Q either. So,
okay.
so I'm gonna swing for 7.
This is not a hit, sir. Your
Okay.
ineffectual attack bounces off the hide of the creature and just bounces off and swings wide.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. And that will bring us to the creature just to the west of you. I mean, sorry, to the east of you, because directions are hard. And he's going to, seeing an opportunity, he's going to take a bite at your ankle for AC 7.
That is a miss.
Okay. The creature to the south of you is going to rear up and a long howl escapes his throat, and then kind of like a laughing sound as well, and he's going to try to bite you in the crotch for 7 + 3 for AC 10.
My mighty codpiece puts an end to that.
Everybody give me a perception, please.
You notice it's not that mighty.
His
14 plus 1 for 15.
13 for me.
9 + 13 for 22.
I was
It
gonna
was flat
say,
9.
I don't know anything about that negative, but it's not as mighty as Moat's codpiece.
Gunnar,
Shimmering mithril.
Gunnar and Davdithas, you hear the sound of wings starting to flap from the east of you.
Of course we do.
What
I
was the
assume
name
it's-
of the inn in town again?
The Rusty Dragon Inn.
Oh wait, what did you call it before?
The
I have
red
no idea what
dragon?
you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Mihaly, it's your turn, sir.
I fire some more magic missiles because that's I'm a turret at this point. I
I'm a
will 5
turret.
foot in, and I'll fire off a couple more magic missiles. That's really all I got at this point. If I don't want to risk hitting my teammates, so I'll fire at. Sorry, you were saying?
I was just saying, why are you worried about hitting your teammates?
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
blind everyone and
Color
then run
spray.
away at the sound of a winged creature.
Color spray.
I'll fire at. Okay, in this situation, is there a? It's okay if you can't answer, but is there an obvious target to choose between these two? One's wounded and flanked. Is it smarter to leave that one or like hit the other one or what?
That's up to you, man.
Tactically.
That's up to you.
Okay.
We can. I mean, if you want to talk tactics, we can do that after. But
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember the situation because I'm curious.
Okay.
I have a couple arguments for both. I'll attack the one in between Davdithas and Gunnar. My logic here is it's already wounded, so maybe I can finish it.
okay.
So I'll fire both missiles at that. First one lands for 1 + 1 is 2, and second one lands for 3 + 1 is 4.
Okay. So as the sparks hit the creature in the chest, they both go, as the missiles hit the creature in the chest, sparks fly off of its chest, and it falls over to the ground, dead.
And that concludes my turn.
Gunnar, your turn, sir.
Flapping noises and one last giggling puppy hyena thingy. So I'm gonna go ahead and step up and once again flank with Davdithas. Is that a legal square, by the way, Mike?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a.
I should have opened it a little bit more for you. That's my fault, guys. Because as you
I
guys,
was actually going to ask about that.
that's my fault, guys.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna land a nice little telling blow with a cut across this thing. See if I can make a filet-o pup
Filet
for
pup.
Davdithas.
There we go.
across his tower shield.
Give me
So
back
that's
that
a
flail pup.
15 on the die plus 11 for a 26 to hit.
Okay. That is a hit, sir.
All right. And that's a 3 on the die plus 5 for 8 damage.
So as your blade comes down on the creature, it comes down with a sweeping blow on the back. It penetrates through the armor and lodges in the back of the creature with a very telling blow. However, the creature is still standing.
Okay.
All right. Idabrix.
I am going to move up diagonally. So I am on yet another side of that one creature that is right there.
Okay.
I am going to swing at it again with my short sword. This time I'm going to be using a +1 from Tiny Meteor. And I'm going to roll for... Oh!
No.
Oh. That was not a 1 that just showed up on the die, folks. Just FYI.
Okay. So
Are you sure? Because it looks like it.
Hey! Whose side are you on?
Idabrix, give me a d20 roll, please.
No, thank you. That is a 9.
All right, let's look at the table and see what happens to you. Hold on. Fumble effects. You hit an ally with a basic attack. If this action is impossible, your original target gains an action point. So, Idabrix, give me a d6 roll. 1 to 3 is going to be Davdithas. 4 to 6 is going to be Gunnar.
I could take it.
That's what you keep telling us, but...
Cut him in the cod piece. I mean, what?
5.
Gunnar, drop the basic attack on Gunnar, please.
God damn it.
Sorry.
So as Idabrix stabs forward with it, her sword bounces off the... No, you got to make an attack, not just damage.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
That's a mess.
All right, so Gunnar, take that 2 damage back. So,
Okay.
because she accidentally... Oh, no, I'm sorry. 3 damage back. My fault. Everybody
Joe?
give me a perception, please.
No, I don't think I can now after that.
8 plus 13 for 21.
13 plus 1 for 14.
13 plus 8 for 21.
I dropped it and it didn't work again. 20. Nat 20.
Wow.
As you guys look around, the light level in the area starts to come down. What's around you is a forest, a typical forest. You've been on a path thus far. The creatures that you're fighting, the hyenas, have been coming out of the woods attacking you. As you watch, water seeps up out of the ground around you in pools and puddles, and a musky, acrid scent starts to fill your nostrils. It starts to look marshy around you and swampy. And again, the light level starts to come down. You hear the flapping of wings, and a creature flies over you with a cry. A long roar escapes its throat as it flies over and lands about 30 feet away from the party. And before you stands a creature, all black, horned and winged. And I'm going to share the picture with you.
Holy shit.
Yes.
I love it.
He rears.
I love it.
He rears on his hind legs. His wings throw back. He takes a giant breath in. You hear the sucking of air coming in. And with a roar, we're going to end this week's episode of the Tabletop Tavern.
Oh.
So many puppies. And now we got a flying puppy.
It's a fireworm.
Oh, Sunamara. Well, welcome in. Thanks for coming in, even though you're just joining us. Pyrocore says initiate get the fuck out strategy.
That's
Jack
not
Jackal
bad, yeah.
Ranger once says I want a fireworm.
It's a fireworm, but it's okay. I run faster than Davdithas. We're good.
IP a lot.
Everybody runs faster than me.
I'd just like to point out I'm still on my horse.
I'm still on mine too. Let's get the fuck out.
See ya.
Then how the hell did you plant your tower shield?
I didn't. I was holding it.
So
Oh,
I want to say thank you so much to Lamps to the Swatter. He is the first person that has executed the random encounter, redeeming that reward. I did have a few of them set up. I don't have a lot, but this one works very well for this campaign. So big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to all the people out in the community that have, that are using those community points to help our party or to help me kill the party. I love that aspect of the game. I hope you guys enjoy it because I really like it. So, party.
I actually really do like it.
It adds randomness. It adds so much fun, and you guys out there get to be part of the game. So I'm really enjoying it. Artie, how are we feeling right now?
Pretty good, actually.
Coolios, this will be available. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Coolios, it'll be available right after this game. I'm going to kick it and put it in the rerun, and then it'll be on YouTube Tuesday night. Wednesday morning. Sorry about that.
And you can also catch the VOD immediately.
True.
Yeah.
So party. What's your thoughts on what's going on right now? What's your thoughts on tonight? How are you guys feeling about the town of Sandpoint and your role in rescuing the Sandpoint? Are you relieved Squee's actually alive? And then I'm a bad person for playing with your emotions and the community's emotions like that? Let's start with Davdithas and see how he feels.
I'm actually pretty impressed I was able to talk my way out of a situation like that.
I am pretty impressed.
Not gonna lie, I am too.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with my diplomacy there. So
when it comes to my turn, I'm going to give you guys some information about that. But I am thoroughly impressed. You did very well. And
thank you.
The more we get into the story, the more I'm going to charge you guys with role playing it rather than just doing it off a dice roll. So
yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm assuming you probably leaned it a little bit based on how we presented the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is fun.
Like I gave you that -5 when I forget what the when you screwed up something. I said I gave you a -5.
Every second of my life. I just that's normal.
Couldn't remember why Squee was exiled.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
yeah.
was.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you thinking, and what is your character thinking right now?
I mean, right now I'm feeling pretty indestructible. I mean, I was surrounded by a bunch of dogs and none of them could touch me except for that one. And I'm actually, I don't know, my character's feeling good. He's ready for anything. He's ready for a challenge. And I think one just came.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be true.
Could be.
Idabrix, what are you thinking about tonight, and what is your character thinking currently?
So what am I thinking is, oh, thank God it's a dragon, because I have a thing for dragons. I collect them. They're my favorite thing ever. What is Idabrix thinking? Oh shit, it's a dragon. Because she's very little and dragons are very big. So she's pretty sure it's gonna step on her at some point. Also, she was like, I can't believe I had to defend Squee to the town because, like I said before, she's not a huge fan of Squee. She never has been. But she knows how important he is to the rest of the party, and so she didn't want to, like, throw it for everybody else, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
Gunnar.
so the town went off pretty well. Gunnar was a little disappointed that things got changed so much last minute, but at least the point got across, and we could do something nice for the town. That's really what his goal was. He wanted to bring up some spirits and do some stuff. And when they brought Squee, I'll tell you right now that if he wasn't dead, Gunnar wasn't going to be part of that town anymore. Because as much as he fought and stood up and believed in Squee, that was going to destroy him. That was going to mess him up a lot. Humanity right there just would have failed him. But I've had a lot of fun tonight. Tonight was fantastic. And let me tell you, the first thing that came to mind as I heard dragon was, I've got armor crafting, and that's a big freaking lizard. This is going to be awesome. Davdithas already got magical armor. Let's see what I can make with this big house. Come here, lizard.
I think we need a bigger box.
Oh, I got a big box for him. All right, give me.
Wow.
All right.
Hey.
Mihaly.
Geez, man, I have no fucking clue what we're up against here. Like, as Scott, as Yachts, I don't. Is this like, will we be running for our lives? Like, I've never encountered anything like this because I don't, I haven't played
Chat.
D&D before.
Community out there, can you, especially for those of you who have been playing for games like this for a long time, can you let Yachts, without ruining this story for him, can you let him know what kind of position he's in?
Like, am I dead in one hit, or do I stay and fight, or like?
Oh yeah, papito. You got one of two decisions, okay? You can run like a sissy lala, or you can man up and
Leaning
start
towards
slinging
that.
spells.
You're screwed. Welcome to the end boss.
Edit.
I like that.
We're gonna call him Snuggles.
Snuggles, yeah.
Man, imagine if we befriended a dragon somehow. Are they intelligent? Can I
Oh.
use
Oh, they're
diplomacy
wicked
on it?
smart.
I always wanted to call a dragon.
I legit played a campaign one time where my character became a dragon rider.
No way.
Yep.
I've done that too.
That's cool.
done
It was
that.
awesome. Every time it happened, I would play the that music from the scene in the Neverending Story when he's riding on the luck dragon, and I'd go, yeah!
Falcor. Oh man. I'm pretty scared. I'm sure Mihaly would be too. I don't think he would have. How common are they in this realm? Like, would people in towns tell stories about seeing a dragon, or are they kind of like super rare, or like would he have ever even heard of them on his travels?
I mean, so you would have heard the tales of dragons in your travels throughout. It's common enough that people know what dragons are.
Okay.
But you have never seen one in your life.
Yeah, crazy.
None of you have seen a dragon in your life. So
Wow. Yeah, I'm this close, and to those in audio land, my fingers are almost touching. This close to casting Vanish and riding off into the sunset and never seeing this party again.
that'd be funny because your horse would just be riding with no rider off into the sunset.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. So me as the DM, I wanted to give you some insight. Obviously, the thing with Squee is he is loved in this community, and our players love him except for Idabrix, obviously. But so when I set up that encounter 2 weeks ago, obviously I had been thinking about the the town and trying to time Squee coming into town right, and then with the murders that happened, I kind of had an idea that it might fall in line. People, dungeon masters and game masters out there know. You guys know. You set up plans and you hope they come to fruition, and they don't always come to fruition because you never know what your players are gonna do. This one worked out for me pretty well. I obviously didn't have the foresight to think that Gunnar or Cyclone Jack's character Gunnar was going to want to throw this festival, but it played into my plan very well. A lot of the stuff, as I DM longer and longer, I feel like I get better at like improvising on and having to prepare less and improvising better. But Gunnar, just his actions right there helped me a lot present that moral quandary of Squee possibly being dead. So that worked out well for me. The town, it was a tinderbox. Coming into tonight's session, the town was a tinderbox, and I told myself the whole time, the dice and the players' actions are gonna decide how this goes. It very well could have been a riot. It very well, it could have gone like it did and be the best possible scenario. But the dice decided, and the player's ability to role play helped the dice decide that. I mean, it very well could have gone a complete opposite way. So for me, that's interesting to see, like, one or two dice rolls can change the whole nature of a campaign. Like, it's pretty incredible to me. So that's one thing for me as a DM, getting to see those aspects of the game and knowing how things are working behind the scenes. It was great. Also, Wolf's Blood and Orcus have been working on random encounters for me. So we're going to have about 100 random encounters that when you guys redeem, like if we get enough followers to get a random encounter, or if you guys redeem points to get a random encounter, we're going to have about 100 to 200 random encounters that I'm going to be able to roll for. This random encounter that landed tonight, I saw it because Lambs to the Slaughter redeemed it in the earlier part of the night, and I started to think how I could play it out. And I knew I kind of wanted an encounter between the Asylum and so that part of it worked out, and this part plays into the story. So I had a lot of fun with that tonight. So I'm glad that mechanic is it's fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for the party, but it's fun for me. So,
it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. So big shout out to Orcus, Great Wolf, for putting in the time to help come up with those scenarios out there. Guys, if you don't know, like, how many people help us with this production, with the production that's coming out tomorrow night, it's amazing. We have a great community. So if you're joining us for the first time tonight, check out our Discord, give us a follow. Tomorrow night is the premiere of our cyberpunk adventure that we've put about 8 months into trying to get going. We put a lot of production into it, and we're really excited. Tabletop Tavern runs every Sunday night from did we gotta announce that?
I was gonna say, do you want to make that announcement?
We gotta make that announcement. Guys, so when we started the Tabletop Tavern, we agreed on 9 p.m. to midnight because one of our players had that personal responsibility. We're gonna move the game 1 hour earlier. So it's gonna start at 8 Eastern daylight time, 8 p.m. We're gonna be getting it going. I'm going to remind people throughout the week, and we'll remind people before next weekend, and Luna's going to stay on top of it and let our community know that that's what we're going to be doing going forward. It's going to give us more of an opportunity at the end of the night to talk to you guys about the game, hang out in the Discord after the show in case you guys have any questions, and just foster our community that much better. So we look forward to next week. We'll see you at Tabletop Tavern 1 at 8 p.m. Eastern time. On April 1st, Decider 12 Davdithas is going to start the second Pathfinder game on the channel. It's Tabletop Tavern 2. He has
creative name.
So much work into his campaign, and we have been doing the testing for that campaign, and he is really excited. Davdithas, do you have any would you like to give our community, the people that come out and support us every week, some kind of insight in where your brain's going to be for this campaign?
Revenge for you, most of all.
Okay.
Fun for everyone else.
Okay.
But no, this is going to be the world is going to be a really fun place. There's going to be moments of just relaxation and festivities. There'll be moments of pure chaos. And it could just switch between the two in an instant. And yeah, I can't wait to see how you guys navigate it.
Who's your favorite player in the upcoming game?
It's definitely myself. I think I am the best player.
But you're not a player.
I can be if I want. I can be anything.
You just crush a lot.
It's impossible to pick a favorite player from this upcoming game because we have such an amazing cast for it.
Okay.
All very talented. I'm even gonna say you're gonna be fun, even if you don't know what your character's name is yet. So
I know what my
That's fine.
character's name
Wow.
is. I know. Well, I don't want to ruin it. So I'm very excited that Decider 12 has decided to step up and run a game on the channel. Our goal for this channel is to have a game every single day of the week so that you guys have the ability to come and check out content every day of the week. We're working towards that goal. We're making strides there. In 2 weeks on April 1st, when that game goes live, we will have a Sunday game, a Monday game, and a Wednesday game, as well as our Thursday Tales from the Tavern, which is our weekly roundtable discussion. So if you're new to the channel, give us a follow, come back and check us out. If you want to catch up on the previous episodes of Tabletop Tavern 1, howinerd.com. Howinerd.com. You can find it's a central repository for Tabletop Tavern 1, Tabletop Tavern 2, and Neural Nexus 0, as well as Tales from the Tavern. It's the best place to find our media. If like I said, if you're new here, jump in our Discord. We have a great Discord community. If you have questions about TTRPGs or just want to, learn more about the game and the players, each player has a player channel in the room in the Discord where you guys can go ask questions. We're going to leave you guys with that. And just a reminder, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Neural Nexus goes live, and we look forward to seeing you there. So I'm going to kick it over to the ending credits, and that dragon looks sexy. I cannot wait to kill you guys with that. I'm just looking at that picture, and I cannot wait to kill you guys with it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
name him
yeah,
Sylvester.
Sylvester. That's
Sylvester.
an interesting.
I like it.
Hey, Mike, before we leave,
Sure.
we forgot one very important fact. One of our Patreon subscribers had a birthday yesterday.
Oh, who is that?
Nate Westlink, or Nate's Knife Pit.
You know what that means, right?
Oh, it's a little late now, but maybe next time we start up, we can sing to him when he gets
Maybe
here.
tomorrow night.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Great idea.
All right, guys. From the cast here at the Tabletop Tavern, we love you all. Thank you for being a part of this community, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night in the Nexus. We'll talk to you soon, guys.